Yeah. Accra, Ghana. Near the cancer, I can see any of them, my cap fam. Woman, I'm about you, my dear, who can area what tea and car. Cap fan that's region and now so about home appliances. A dear by near my use you of fear. To say a TV, a fridge, gas cooker, blender, toaster, air conditioner, washing machine. A moody hyper now pay use you of fear. Brands are who do not do any chair cap fan. Branchy beer belbia no sabe kebi. And if you cap from a chirikwa neya. A buono so dia da fomboko. And tisa yano mudia ibio. Me say cap fam a niamano a buono e da fomboko. Tese e buono e fo papa. Na niame de kura ne se phones ahodo no omoton no. Samsung phones titru. Samsung phone bi eni ho a wo pe o ye cap fam awunya. Enti fo eni kire ye cap fam na ya na kwaje ode. Mamunyina kwa ba mo atena se so bedwumadie no so entertainment review. Sabre don't call about Ponsima do me and your friend Kwasi Aboagye and I'm DJ Media Chairman TF Sabre copy no 9 me no TF so near Koso art and entertainment and I'm a day bro. Yeah, Baba Shasi na AJ and some idea continue the various news online portals entertainment pages no. You be share some nego ha. Na paying for actual my dream ha. Enti mamunya kwaba Shasi and some way to the various entertainment web pages near this Shasi or say I don't need anything from government when I die. Mame dokono and all kind of say or say well here be bien free about what I'm saying said Dachi wakan chini guna so nte asase su hanum say free mo enye fi namba be gina hanum say no otiasie se mo bibi yama no amonya ma no mamo ntwan no owu a na efima ba be gina ho na e be bonsan body akase ne e ba be ma tribute akase bia wo say ono wo hia bibia emfi aban ho titru dachi so oni asase su hanum sia. I used to think I was a hard guy until Dr. UN gave me an empty bottle as an award. Sakode nyum tuni sakode rapper no kan say was say hey was onu pa na che office oyobia ne nia din pa hard guy che say nya dia betumi ebunu kwa nya dia betumi ebunu kono wuntimi mbunu kono da se wo de jami I say until sa papa akoya obednam here Dr. UN for you as a why ya man Dr. B name Dr. Baby on your fever to no say Dr. UN and in your kaka ho oh wonte papa ya na nsem mu an wa manfo bebre abasobode e bi ni mu academy academia you be showbiz personalities chese politicians etitre bebre wo munyina wo mama bosbode na eno na sa akode ka se ono de bia na oti asase si o ka so ye hard ama na papa ya kire pa mu se chale sana sa akode on se da nya hard bia sao ono no ko nyame na meka. Endorsing NPP in 2016 affected my career. Kwasi Otin, gospel nyomtini Kwasi Otin no kan say 2016. Wono no yineni pa so ta NPP. Wo NPP ni NPP ni chese woni omo campaign no odi mu akotene pa. But was say saade no ye no aha no papa nyomtu adwuma ye as nyomtuni gospel nyomtuni aha no. In fact, I had one of sa I wono ode sasemi ede tudwa ye Kwasi Otin. Creativity, ego of musicians being destroyed. Guru rapper nyomtuni se sisi a wo hwe se nia adwuma no esi kona ne niama ene nenem na akwese kwaya anyomtufo no wo mo faso mutumi anwe nyom wo mu kreti wo nyom ni ne keka aka ho na nsensensem esisi ne nsem ekokokosho no enya ade a ebua titiri ufa no se bia abasobode to say award scheme no kwan mo faso kra na wo award anyomtufo no ka mo creativity she ka wo mo ego so ehye say bia nipa no fan say office wo mama na battery so office ono ani ono a ensu be hu kwan be faso ye abasobode betimi asesa wo be ko so nya be 10 nominations wo be ko kra won ye ba ko kra ebinim kra nso zo be yiro ho aye adwuma na nomination kra wo mo nya bi o se sa ne ma ni nyina ebu aye anyomtufo no ebu ma ben papa ka omo hye kwa mo faso bia wo mo create nyom ne kaka ho nyina no enya ade eboa wa manso ho ya o was most artists in Ghana want to win a Grammy or BET to feel relevant nyom tuni guru no kan say was anyom to phone be bre omo Ghana hanum say na adwuma na omo ye no em say ni omo yan say bia ombenya BET enye bia adwuma na omo ye no say sika be ba omo kotokum ana mpo no kura no so obenya Grammy award enu na hu hia no enye adwuma na wo ye na ama amanfo be gye adwuma na atum no nya no kora ne hia no award ya eno ani ade a wo mo pre se wo mo ensa beka eno nso no wode sa se me de tudwa. I don't have any issue with Stone Boy. I only wanted to trend. Samini no kan se o se nanse ya no wo tisi social media so any Instagram ni Facebook no nam honu say no tweba o twabo Stone Boy no kasa no yes na say Stone Boy wo nim say me your papa wo bia wo me your papa na say ne say uni Shatawale kura ba be si akan nka se nka bebo mamane sa kan sie kura no nya wo Stone Boy nya wo akan sie na Stone Boy de say nka wo ye me ba ye pe obi na bi one Shatawale gina na say bi o makwa nka Mr. Mini na say me ni gina me ni gina ono no ye me tipenfo na wo de wo ni tasho kasa be bere yes Amini was this akasa na obekasa ni nyina wa chia ni nyina no pay attention no person trend just a Ghana for who see a better than Kasamini any near car and yes say bia wo ni Stone Boy was in bia so sheda see a beya near see be kan ho asem enu pe enti na no yes ano enti enye bibi titiri bia wo pese amanfo boje no so ni eboni dinya kaze Samini dagati. Okay, and in some way, Jacotin, the various entertainment web pages, and now you go a cremu at the Amamono. Mammy Bra Studio, no one say, now you may shas ye, you may din como and penny for a barber transi, now you di and como every one sem ahodra to Toja, the various entertainment web pages. No.
What a jump on the ever fucking entertainment review. And then, Mr. Button, some entertainment review. Entertainment review. Question in up on 14 us here. Entertainment review. Ghana for my man,
Okay, so don't go about Pansima Bay, Quaco Boy, do you know, Anessa? Na studio, I'm saying, we Tina Mulika at Nasi, Christianas at Nasi, I know that's some baby so at Nasi. Na Yan Shasi and Yan Same way, Diacotin, the various entertainment web pages, Media Go Aquemuno, Yababa G, ASR Seminole.
What a jump on the ever fucking entertainment review. And then, Mr. Button, some entertainment review. Entertainment review. Question in up on 14 us here. Entertainment review.
Okay, all right, so Tina Mami Shasi and few, so the end of the Shasi.
Okay. But when you say sometimes I'm more smart, no, I did to every day or more. Nipa bebre I'm going to say just a minute. Obi antimi mbumeno because anania ma hu ne say nya bibia no. When shadam for focus into bibi kakre bi na movie say ana na okono. But I'm happy say odi bia serious. You know, odi bia to nyom ni ade because you trolling with social media ni ade nyama bebre. But we hu ni other side, you know. Odi aya nyoma o say kan tinte say kra o sre no kra say nya siribi mo no akasa kra sre no ho. Ezu say no kra nya hwibi. Na awards no hwe Kwasi say boy UN. Yeah, more award now TUN, DUN, and now say, hey, baby, if you know, a teacher say, we are why I'm here before. And for one, and just say, be now you're smart to a be on foul line in tia, and I be a when I want who email in term and come. It is sometimes all these things I hope say, nah, yes, I can, let's be honest. Oh, be a or ye do my dim be an or ya debiano or per se, ya bona basso. Field BS you say industry almost blogging come over awards fashion awards BBI awards. It shows how important people feel say recognize your more effort and more ye and it's not bad say bia obi mama award na akofa honom sir but it's unfortunate so they gonna phone na dream the agro because awards no say bana oji or say BBI it me push you to some different level oji we are but this doctor you and there no na yesterday nkofo asre omo and the emiyane say e bi so from now no be hu some what be maybe I'm taking it serious and na nyama for some time now cry hwe ya what ya wa ha to so aba people have a lot of concerns omo ebi and I what when you credible and I when you say we na ba no obi ani beda ho me e sure say see aye ka say see ka say be ma wa order when you beda ho aye investigation ni adenti this a wake up call say what dey ho ye bo abaso e de but nya bibia na bi e ba ya na gidi wan hwe na nka ye sika bi na ojeje anka wabu mu nyina afa so
Meda say mame ko Christian so na menji ono so no dia Kwasi dia na adbesha ase
yo Kwasi dey come say me fa mame dokono na Kwasi mame dokono say ofiri asase so a ana so ote ase kura no ompese sebisebi MPP ni bia beba be mano sika moduru ana sa abasobode bia I believe in detail say
can you also say there
also say so ote ase ya ona no enti ompese sebisebi obefira asase so na ye beba be bono afin ye be kan tribute akese ana say you know that because Ophelia said she was not being appreciated and Kwasi say utie the line of interview no and asam more kind na kaka metumi aka ho no say mama kasa from yaw out of pains I could only deduce say there's yaw bi wo ma minimum mesrese penibia any sebi we be a otie sa ne frustration ne yaudia or nemu no at least nipa bi betie no asopam na sebi bibi okra sebi kasa bi o ha ye neneka because uti asamo kan potia it's like the call of the river and there's a bit of pains within her power from maybe and I'm being particular from ABI the party NPP cross sebi or don't know who join here sebi okobo omudwumadi and I believe say na also meka biem so atwa say obi mpo mfia bonten aban amfa mrew no obi fia bonten kura say because not the brew not the bayo adoya me pese through their diamond aye ntinu kubetu gina sa papa ye no so na sebi na nka wo de ache ya obi e wonu mu bia no anka won fa nche no won forget na sebi because as the power of being celebrated as a celebrity mama dokono ayu bia sebi when it come to the creative arts wa contribute bebre na minti transmane mfa yaw na mo sa akwan so meka sebi owu kura anasa so what ase kwan mu bia and celebrating I feel say she was talking from pains and with time no say kasa ni komode bi susu kura kwa ya sebi obey okay sa no so kwa ma na se bibisa ankoba so a mepese obegina dia diamond ayama no so na why so much appreciative because utie this is a follow up of last discussion interview granting wa ha ene asem obeka ha utie na do wesu so to ho a utum se still an yawde bi e wo baby and oye nipa bi akwasi onfa ni yawde nsie I mean say even with filming a youth crano one fun the frustrations and fancy I mean she was able to match the boot for boot in terms of BB officer air cost office one ma sebi enkoni na believe say ni na mo no ibeti no asopam na all the ache and I believe say with time no the pains ni ya obi a ma me no woman no with their diamond ayama no no ebetuma healing the pains ama na koma atondiem kakra metuma aka mam dokono no
okay, all right. I'm see a question now. Magic account if you know the how them say. I know, mammy too.
Yes, boss.
Yeah.
Me start if last story I will update you know regard to Samini. Samini. The topic is I don't have any issue with Stone Boy. I only wanted to train Samini. Now, in fact, my whole story, you know, I had a mixed emotions. Me real kakra and me disappointed so kakra because I think say all platform we you know Samini is like a god when it comes to Ghana music. The level of respect Samini, the level of recognition and respect Samini, you know, it was high. And so when you updated the story, you know, I was really sad and disappointed. Say Otumika say the actions be a couple of weeks or months ago no was to trend na strategic you know I felt say I nyame de reason why I make us say nyame de no very simple Boss, the thing is say trends and us trending no normal when it comes to your industry, showbiz industry. However, the trend and our trending process no must have a purpose. In the interview, no say, oh, he has achieved the opinion person will achieve. And he about to actually rant about the fact say, oh, Ononako deserve to actually clutch some Shatawale and blah 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 blah. And you see, sir, video no no inya replaying effect, because after that video there was another video where he said he would expose Stone Boy, and they keke. And I'm here thinking say achievements no day, because trending must come with a purpose. He's claiming say it was strategic for him. Good, because it must come with a strategy. However, I'm sitting here confused about the achievement, because for me, as I sit here, no, from this clash, any the narrative surrounding the clash in Shatawale and Stone Boy. How many do music I can say be and you may I'm sure now I'm here preparations to actually clash tonight. So I'm scratching my head thinking says I mean in the achievements in a thing. Because if you actually follow proceedings after years video now, what he did was actually to open himself up for a lot of backlash, insults, disrespect, and disregard. So I mean the achievements or chair me. Because the way are not a lot of us and a lot of music lovers a peggy Samini on a certain pedestal.
So I'll say or share in terms of longevity,
yes.
Chawache wo ye industry no. Official say sound clash na no mo ye no. Na nka so mde nka ho. Eno hu say o man fa na nka ho.
Good.
And it was just a way I want to
want to be part of the conversation.
Whether with the man fa me anka ho, I'm gate crashing. More or less.
So gate crashing no see saying.
O say man for be kan ho asem.
Exactly.
Aye.
You say na make say you can one asem no what's the end results near the end. So what did you actually so okay so
relevant sort of anam.
Then and the company saying
but so relevance is important because say to the bia won say adwuma no na I say obia ntonka obia modi obia nka ho asem.
Okay. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting. And the internet make us say industry we mono is an important element, critical. So obey relevant, obey trendy, but it must come with a purpose. Because at the end of the day, one who get crashy, but then we're not involved in it. It's not as if say who get crashy and now making noise and they say okay, there's a second clash. Only before this amount you are getting. And now, who trendy, it's not as if say all the projects be back to actually push that project. So results, achievements, then say okay, the talkability, the narrative now be and me worry is how he opened himself up for that insults and disrespect. Because I don't know if you followed, but anybody who followed how you take a reputation and whatever legacy are well built some really and for me, I felt say one that and I disagree with him if he says it was a strategy. Because our strategy when you open yourself up for ridicule, I don't think it's a good strategy. Because a good strategy dear get crash, then you go home happy with something, not to go home with a backlog of disrespect and disregard. So for me, I think that he should. I'm not too sure because I remember say our statement me can say. Board or Canada,
but I mean trending because or see ne purpose ne say person trendy. I'm on for be can.
No, but see, read
so trending, yeah, but I'm saying trending could be negative, could be positive, a bit to me, whichever way. Can be a van be so say be in some money I'm for can where some papa.
Of course,
it is still trending, Anna.
Yeah, but see, at the end maybe sometimes I say. Project be or why I'm on for ages come.
But not must it always be because be how the project ba.
Not really, but at the end of the day, I didn't tell person or person get crash purpose be you understand? Elements whom no baby womb. It's no strategy now the be mono. Is it just for us saying you won't come?
Oh yeah, sure. Because a bit crime say I don't know. I understand say, and this one I'm speculating. I understand say if you was your new view. Shatawale. So that's
he made that statement, but then they are back on.
They are back on. Okay.
Yes, I'm being in you.
Okay.
What I say?
Okay.
So it's okay.
So for you need there nya hu ni say ye bibisa now the trend here.
That's fine.
I say okofie with something in your hands,
especially considering identity.
But there's something in his hands because for some time now, young can wants him, so he wants to be talked about.
And Kwasi saying,
Kwasi saying, yes, he's not part of the industry.
No, but
I'm surprised how Bizam said
no,
because showing him say relevance also matters in our industry. No?
Very key, very very important.
Yeah,
but relevance in Kwasi saying. So, for example, Stonebwoy is relevant. Me wa. Shatawale is relevant. Okay. Omo relevance no. Eno na akopie mu mayeye clash amunya saka kesi omo ba be omo project enwumre.
And you who industry obi a sebi so much negativity. Yes, still obeti no say okay fine.
No, it's fine.
Yes,
it's fine. But me no
and it's because people are talking about the person.
The mindset or the be real no. Me mum de me hu achievement enye onyo film.
ABS on his way coming, ABN I'm consumer.
Okay.
Or you are looking at this particular project.
I'm looking at this particular project.
Oh, but must you always be glad to be because say no, you see, for future near they are doing to me.
Yeah. Go and look future. Which future? Look. We reading the
article now.
Article now in the interview granted now. So one moment also trending. The second moment he's talking about the fact that he was making a legitimate claim. So my confusion is was it intentional? I said, just to trend. And I said, indeed, you actually had a legitimate claim and also pushing across.
Me interview, but I mean, yeah, okay. I did back say, "Hami wa hono." And say, why I didn't know so about Bonte because I am in tears. Yes, showbiz personalities. We are there to trend.
Yeah.
By telling people it's okay. May become me trending. No.
That's my point. Another point I'm actually.
So next time be well, I don't get it.
That's a point. That's a second point I made back no. And when here, because what I was expecting is because a couple of videos where as far as you're concerned, there's been a friction between on the Stonebwoy. And my expectation was that out because any problem, you're squashing whatever issue and can develop you. Okay, matter no. But to come out and tell us, what you the trend there, for me, I think that with an artist with that leverage, a magnitude, it's a fanta.
I'm not there.
Very fanta.
I'm not there.
You get it?
The pedigree of Samini.
It's for me. If critically you think about it and see strategy or setting up, it's a total fail. We fail you cry and to what send actually coming out to tell us how me the trend to make the trend.
Yes, seven kola no me next I not there. I don't know.
Seriously, when you posted that story, so disappointed and so sad because baby I would do no pan there. Man kola nenye.
Well, yes, you Jan Kola grown so I wouldn't tell you.
Oh,
who did that? Who Jan Kola grow won't tell Kwasi, most of us okay.
Yeah, Kwasi.
Yeah.
Say I am pass or achieve something positive in the trender. Sanko on some man guarantee interview. Can you moment be can watch him? If there was something positive, say bibi wo or sakaya. Anka who here class or no best guarantee interview because I wanted to trend. So okay, baby. Now it's really.
It could be said, I mean, interview and some of us are maybe a year, no sir.
Yeah, but
because we're a story our kind. But I'm saying, since I ain't had benefit of maybe the entire interview,
but because regardless, it also still sounds as you are trying to blow your own horns in that way. What I say because Samini, no. You are trying to table yachi. I know that you know who those here be sometime event be for sure be a year. I mean legendary status our your account performance on awesome the way I was here and all your contribution to you can maybe be found. And so in such a moment now because because na me person me trendy and I be trendy for what? Because obi animal leverage. Bra, Obia nim Samini leverage. And even one line be called Kaya and Ukraine me a bit Kakane say, or say there's still an unfinished business with Onono Shatawale. What unfinished business? Unfinished business, pa na bra penny or Kanwasam. Because baby, what do you say no? Is it opposition in share with stadium 1-on-1? and I say on any recording deal, go baby, and I said they still got some blows be to throw, and I said what how unfinished business? No, me person me tears because what then always some finish. Is it that or baby or someone warren me no warren the boom, and I said what exactly is unfinished business he's talking about? Because it's a creative art. Bring your craft, make I bring my craft. After we collect our money, we go home.
Okay, all right. It's not meaning person contribute to Kaka. Okay, mommy too. Yeah, Kaka. Yeah, Kaka. Yeah.
Na what I can say was some red and but I say you bra penny that's wo muni. I say what abroso. Seriously.
But I na with me send back where your platform is so can say massa coronavirus nipa no waka o Canada na actually ni nyina I say ye you mo ye there
so because why board o Canada
why board
somewhere once I started now omoka about 3 years for in the music industry not the one when the shit can you imagine some mini pani when the shit na more argue can you just imagine
masa say trendy then am
oh sami
no
baby awo
ni mo ye
yaga yo
wanyade o me di ni ho ya wanyade mi krom ni fa but we dey wanyade na just say sana Satan ne kuku nyina na ni do
oh jai na
time no me say because I say Satan
na Satan na nyande
and then not just say money be back shut approach power they say ranting and one not just that no yes schooling no nsua afi ya shut jai no afi now there gigidi it say Satan baby we do no ko
too far gone
we twem kra ko ntimaza jai na baby a wona ye why ho aho ne animu me ma ha
yeah too far gone
mayasa chale mami my own kra na me sambre bi o mami. Okay, so a few of messages Kakrebi about Hanum say now back here Cancer say I know Samini is trending. That is why you are talking about him. Allow him. That's Philip now. Nana Amankwa says he followed up with a song. Okay, all right. So Gideon Ekufu says the winner of the clash meets Samini. That's the purpose. And Nana Amankwa says out of that he got an ambassador role with a bank. And Frederick Opoku says I disagree with Samini. If you want to trend, you have to do good music. That's one. I know. Obi say yes, or the young bio.
Yeah. Forever.
Okay.
Benin so what's it?
Me comment.
What's it?
Men simple.
Boss, son, I ready with King Kong. What's it?
Enti
So the way I shall do.
Jana trend na no so fast one go binya na my own dey ase.
I know the DJ Fletcher, I shall DJ.
What an jump on the ever fighting.
Entertainment review.
And then, Mr. Wubberton, some
Entertainment review. Entertainment review.
President Abam 14 as you.
Entertainment review.
Ghana for my man, fast, your man, fast, your man, fast.
I'm serious. Mpa show bebre. Mama mfani say bia menimbre, meni abre, meni agro. Mama Samini in trend my. I am okay. So yanko ni minim say if issues ni bi oma quickly mpa say mo kan be bia. Otherwise we can move on. Yeah, Kwasi.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Are you Sack King?
Hard guy.
As a basic room home.
Hard guy.
I say, he also know a smart part or a hard part. So say, we are some benefits that they be tried at them. But because for once, manage kwanya Sack will lower pressure no. Na at least or this some humor be abesha adenifin. At least nama adeno pressure na reduce kakra because last week ukti said they are not kind na o say you and akwa no was for CV pa o because sa publication e online no e bia minim ni pobetuma akwa delete massacre but as far as the history of Sakode is concerned that UN award no will forever be part will forever be part of him and until man in the yawo. As for the hardness, bra, Jack, because the more I always said them are plan to release big hits, no. So as no business said them are also open confirm feed the bottle. It's just unfortunate, but I love his stance and the choir worry this way. And for me, that is it. Me who's on D Black or Mutulo Mukaka and they are trying to manage it, but never person me choir the way Omuya smart could delete identify my pages, no, and now I hope I can maintain some massa. I don't know who delete few page cry is online. I don't know bending, and so because it's still part of you. Unfairness is one of those unfortunate awards in his career that unexpectedly became that he himself didn't like it. But Dr. Yu and them say he's here to stay.
What can I jump on the ever fighting?
Entertainment review.
And then, Mr. Wuberton, some papa.
Entertainment review. Entertainment review.
Question up on 14 us here.
Entertainment review.
Ghana for my man fast, Yaman fast, Yaman fast.
Okay, I can't bear just about 11 minutes. Bear Dubako now. No, you know about now. I said we're not sure any entertainment, but I think it's a very worrying situation. So we spend just some few minutes near Kanwasem. Minim se Ghana for the dona mutie sabre. Mumudu dona so Martin Wasem. Asema American Wasem no eye Ghana ni BIS or your software waboni yiri 2. Ya bruchirin. I'm sure you know that story. But before we get into that, you ain't here way.
No! No! No, it's not okay, Barbara. It's not okay. You cannot defend him. It's not okay.
Call the cops.
Do you see what he just did? No, Barbara. No, Barbara, I'm tired of you. No, I'm tired of you now. No, absolutely not. I know, that I understand. I get it.
Can you calm down?
Harry, stop.
We are not going to fucking come down. I came in here and I told you sit back. I told you we are not here to argue with you. Why did you fucking attack her? Why did you attack her?
Can you come down?
I'm not going to come down because you started this.
Here, let me go.
You're going to go to the other room and you're not going to come out.
Barbara, what about that one?
Fuck you up. I'm telling you.
Barbara, that folder.
That's a divorce document.
Get up and go to your fucking room.
No.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong
Barbara,
with you.
move.
Keep acting up or fuck you up. No, try me.
All right.
Try me.
Okay.
Try me. All right. Try me.
No, it's alright. Why? That was unnecessary.
Don't give him the chance to bring these things.
Don't do that, Barbara. What if you keep here by yourself?
You spoil yourself, alright? But isn't this the same sister that you fucked up?
What did I fuck up about my sister?
Yeah.
What did I fuck up about my sister?
Perry, what did I tell you? Let him go in the room. Perry.
Perry, leave him alone.
You should go. You don't need this.
Okay. Alright. But you are the same person who supported me at the wedding, right?
I would have fought you at the wedding because you were fake. You were fake.
That's the one.
You were lying.
Perry.
You were fake. You and everybody that follows you. You were fake. I supported you because I thought you were different.
So now you are here.
I don't like your family.
Support your sister.
Yes, I'm here to support
The
my
same sister.
And I'll always
the pastor told you that she was a witch.
Which pastor?
Am I right?
Pastor. Name that pastor. Which pastor told me my sisters?
The same sisters.
Which pastor? Name the pastor. You are a pastor. You don't know whether you are or not. You are a pastor, my friend. Get the fuck out of here before I fuck you up. We didn't come here for you. We did not come here for you. Don't let me hurt you. Leave. We didn't come here for you. We came to get something.
Can I promise you something?
Promise me.
If I don't kill your sister, then me, I am fake.
You got the video, right?
Yeah, I got it.
I call the cops.
No, it's
No, call the cops. Jen. No.
Barbara, stop that.
Tanya, you don't play with threats like this. Jen, I'm calling the cops. No, you don't play with threats. Please call the cops.
only going to escalate.
It should escalate. He's threatening you in front of me. He said he's going to kill you. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
All right, just make sure it's there so we can go. If that's it, let's go. Let's just get the hell out of here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure let's get out of here. We ain't coming here no more, Barbara. You lost all
You
this.
heard what he said?
Is there anything else you need to get? Barbara, we're done.
Whatever you want to get.
Yeah, we're done. Oh, you lost all this.
Okay, all right. So we a video, but radio nti what voices in pet. But minim say mudu do so video e ma share on social media. So munim nsem no e binim. But say bia we ni daddy kan bia what BBC eni na e boy no exchanges be an air cost so between infant say nipa be kakrebio mon say at least video no hu nipa be miensa oba ba ko na oba na ewo mu no ona make say aba be to dwa say yabo no tuo ekunu na onini ku say ensem kakrebi wo honom say and my main ka say ensem no so far some of them are atisem a B is not really confirmed. And TB, I mean, no, because I can't be on my mean presenting how I be our person KBA, me presenting information still I feel a guswa eba. But at least we know one thing we know is that Bearman no send our tea, and near me boys is here, no, cassette say, Mambo, sister, me uncle, sister na. Me nku sister na frame me fake ka say me e am fake no ampeni ampa sa asem no kana odi aye oyo ema wabo abranche na no ne no ekono wabo ne sister ni tu ne sister which ne yere so for no your friend no Sylvester Inyan Ofori you just say momododo na ni masem no we just want to spend some few minutes now. I'm sure this is also a story a man for the dona ni die Kwasi honest.
Kwasi the edi kam say Jamin show onto nkwandem say watumi anya akoma say sa issue we ye beka ho asem bi na I think say why are the pa because we are bad time na sabi issue etisa no effective na Kwasi no question kakra no say ayetim head endra me to Facebook say me no kasai there are over 1,000 women and men who go through abusive relationships over na situation na afra kokodru pempenso to the extent Kwasi who go through ebi who check here ebi property ebi infidelity ebi attitudes ebi is on drugs ebi financial issues and especially Kwasi who they want to conquer cry now could do abrochia you know how abrochi marriage it is abrochi especially the way my build my system no system no it favors women much more like oba na power both America, Europe, London, Canada ni na ma wotumi passes bema wonu oba ye exchange sisi na oba ne twa police no oba chese definitely no say ohunu say baby awo dane de wodabre ebesesa na nti one of nipa paako na me bona baso ewo video emu na mo mesan so accuse no ewura no ne bra na one na konta ebeye exchange na mimi wo gidie say nka the way otumi nya ahoden eba ye one na konta beye exchange in favor of ninua ba or bema bi tete no and I believe say abrante bi akonta bi e wokrom hanum nim what we do the same say Kwasi say we obi tete wo sister bro sa pa menye hwe so betan ho say you do something but I love the guy's energy and the kwanya okoya okoyi ne sister efiro how mu. Two, at the same time now, ojina one ma bema and Kwasi look at the language. Kwasi obi a wa plan bibi so ben look at the way sa particular statement no catch na konta no oto ne boss calculatively. I mean or call gate na no esan by no hwe na konta nim and oto ne boss to say wa conjure na dwum ni body ni na or say if I now Kwasi listen to the lines. If I don't kill your sister, then I am fake. Now Kwasi the way of pronounce it, I am fake, no. Or to the boy said draggy, I am fake, no. Just said the bear a best sound well in the mind of the guy. That is Obiawa planning the gas planet or to the boy say calculatively. Or say if I don't kill your sister, I am fake. And until at that moment, no, the entire me blame Nima Akontan new. At that moment, no, na me expect senka or no be mappen or wolfie na what to me be sister. Because say when women are in love, or my dream yajuma. Sabi Kwasi no kra ho no. So ba is in love. Na dwunya adwuma. At the time and this bra no kra ne bra ne catch and say he has threatened you in front of me, let me call police no. Oba said no. Let's just pack our things and leave. Let's go. Later I'll come back and pack my other things. At that moment, and I was hoping, sir, Anka Beman, I content bet me take sad leadership now, or the be fear on be necessary for honeymoon. I ignore necessary point now won't make this. Don't call the police. Nanko chin phone, he will have the power, the same power the be fear on be necessary to be able to call the police. Kwasi, say burn to me, sir, Anka necessary tears. And I know, sir, as I'm making, the guy will blame himself seriously for the death of.
So, some of the information about Bontain confirmed though, and they said, Obano edgy restraining order. Says, Enya dia obetimi aban me. Bibisa, but so and nutine bi abema no etimi kote 10 won adwuma ma according to story no obo ni tu won adwuma.
But Kwasi, restraining order, obi a wanya ye ne plan ni bibia wie no. Wa niom
entinka bema no dia yin ni nua no de bia ne sister ne nama won no ye bodyguard na say na person chekosi.
No, Kwasi, restraining order oje restraining order be final wa kwatete na bonutu akunu. Restraining order
say say we blame yeah na me say nka dia na susu say nka ni nua no nye
and make us say
onye bodyguard.
There could be so many other things. There could be no me bebre abochu betima ye for such a person. I'm telling you, the number bebre because no crowd say suffer no. As at the moment, as at that time now, we share ni yebia ni debia, we share video ni ye na we share no. Ultimately, why am mentally defected? We share be man pa we video na. We be wo video ni be to boase. Zoom the image of the guy. We share na. Ultimately, why am mentally defected? And at that moment, the best thing maybe the guy should have done should have even pushed much more further for the guy to be detained. The guy should have been put into detention because statement now, the statement is not just about going to issue restraining order. The statement is about somebody opening his 32. Now, so far, so and see a good and young quality and what being 32 to do catch say, if I don't kill her, I am a fake. I am fake. No, be what to make a statement. Why do you even go and do a restraint order? Restraint order there will really stop a person from killing somebody.
Emra due process. Emra
yes.
I can't no
Kwasi, some way a sibebre. And most of the times you do so kikiri that Kwasi, remember the Nathanato case. Nathanato Chris Arthur Yiria. Also on nama ye buntu ekuni. Kwasi, look at this situation say koso. When people plan, the best way is sometimes take the person out of the area. Me sister, whatever it is with this situation, the best way, because I have to fly her to another state. Possibly. Because God was shebo amanahu and he want to fulfill it. Our agenda to fulfill bibia wa pepper to obey because yaw na bia will go through and now situation will go through either in the hands of the girl no I just say I didn't more to the extent say
okay
the
so
only thing that he can do to get satisfied is maybe killing the woman.
Yeah, okay, about video quickly my bisa we na me good yeah omo ma
Kwasi bisa me twa
utie video no we video utie voices no
good
obema no that is ni abema no ebo ne kun no oba ne kra kwaku jai or say ne brother ninjai and ne brother no so kan video no mote so kan say I say oba no fa threat no
serious good
so we so bet me dey blame no be am oba no so
Kwasi oba no de ntia me person make oba no asem kwase che say oba no na dwene nya dwuma nukure oba na dwene nya dwuma sa Salamati tuwe pa be ma be hwe nanim ka kire say I will kill you na Salamati aka wafa ne tra no akoda wakobo pada edi kwalebu pada gu no akoda Kwasi oba na dwene adwuma because utie Kwasi unim the funny part so check video to the last ender ebra na ma me kura gina won ma offer catch say let's go no oba no say I will come back and pack my other things if you na ya 30 wom say you bekum no you say you are going to come back and pack other things of what? Property. If as at the time my brother crap person move on, she was going around looking for documents, other car document to say.
But so say no mobile some babesh.
Good. You can imagine. So it tells you, say, the most of women are go through in abusive relationships. No, it is one instance of either maybe on a property. And Abia or Muya because majority that is what because officer on the Berman Atna or the property. Obisu Mouse in mighty and sometimes when I hear that kind of statement, Yana Mira who say or Baby Becca say me mighty Berman Pama Sumsa Nunkumi because on an hour three. Hey, say one worry we are saying I wouldn't kuna. Me, Mamma, Auntie Maggie, and I'm proud of that, my mother. Kwasi, she single-handedly took care of me when my father divorced my mother when I was 1 month old. 1 month old. And up to today, so I don't see anything wrong with any baby or wabonti honum. Say you bema wa bema. A wedding ring in yan sheba force because of wedding ring. Kotna warebia say yan for when me punching back ni nkun. The end result is that you will be killed. You kuma we Kwasia. So what na sa wajimi who's out to the stand of love not to be killed. As at the time when your even brother who brought crappers will safeguard no, the woman is still insistent said no, let's leave him. Won't take it serious. And possibly maybe because of that, no, and maybe a brand no class will give up. So okay, well if my sister cry things say let's go out. Who am I? I've done my part. What I said. So these are the challenges.
Okay.
Property, memayo, sikebi, sometimes become queer documents.
All right. Kwasi, me da say, Mami Martina, na nka say me sha se finu so, won wo ye oba na sa se mi aba beto dwei. Etiefo amutie, me si we no enye entertainment enkomo, but ya sema ehu hia ntie nyina e beka bi. Anti
me video no.
Yeah.
First thing question I me bisa am want to say how did it all start? Because share video now you need say no more like we all don't know what they started the whole fight say no so be divorce no say deal we don't you need ehun ya na say ne brand can say you can't stay in an abusive marriage blah 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 but they started you need and sometimes so you can't blame no there wait I say blame we but the pastor betting can better make because pastor you need.
I'm sure say among for more blame we be a bear man because obi need to me I was as you say obi obi nkwan and no dey na nua no man bi enso ya so ya din pa and chair ya kra me obi be report case bi e me lockdown time ya about how ni baby father Bruno nana pictures in my delete where the way or poor girl need to try and then girl no me I was trying to just one jai and then no ocean it's because we be show unti okoba no abebro na on no show or say you do police station cry police phone be ejan because okwa no asort yom police phone na law no so sometimes especially mama family e fear hanom sometimes mama a be pursuing cases be say no come ba mu bu etina ma enuanu mani be say still am relationships and marriages are ye just ye ku omo we bo mo te omo body net wo because se san ba yen fear hanom agana hana sometimes ade e wo se de to no mo chia no because we nim we enti e bi wo problem pa but wo call police station kwa usuro because wo koi police ni ko defe na bia wakoje bibi na wagya no san baba kan hwa wa babu akunkura wi enti no if you want to say you're protected say running be protecting ma say yanko ni ka say sometimes you could do police station and say to your transport and sana sometimes it happens and sani akwachi obi ono no ya obone ne niam we nyina enti ma obi wo problem na so ni transport or the bechi police obeko onko enti ye kan e blame ye nuano ma no na ene bia metiase but oba se ohwe na de na wo mu ne enya se yen kan se yen kwot na fie kan abusuan asemu because uwa sometimes when you hey uwa we free
because abusuam wo kro mu na mo san ko mo se yanji asem ne mrafie mami obi anfa ho saa o it is a good relationship mu ana marriage mu na ye bro ana threat mpo hwe stories bebe o entu wi ansa na wo hu say okay is different o bet na wa ma yakun awie mami or threaten no ye we afi honom sometimes me hunu so say yenjai sa society ya na we die a single mother nation and a single father and a bin so am free sa single home no o deep nsem hunu kwa na o kan o say eya mamu gen society mamu blame we no single mother na tete nti o say mote ase ne onje me pa cho single mother timi tete akola ma ne be papa single father timi ba tete akola ma ne papa but ya kasa bi and oh mamu blame no when na one divorce intina then yesu ban phone yesu ban born because of single motherhood ne single way. We should come out of all those things. Ni ehun say ade enye mame a it's not about obio, it's about me. Dia yama me na meye. Say aware no wan ko ware bia obi amechew. Me hu say police ne nam so oche obi a wadi age bi on ware da. But so ko de enyemu a wan hwa nkwa na obekwa ko lusi.
Mame kwa no so na mintie no ono so ano kakra do beboa.
I think say issue wey dey very sad. Na yin him say your first time I hear such a news in here, especially in US and other countries no etasi pa. I'm sure the reason why I hear way I'm about your feed no so no regard to news no because of the Ghanaian involvement no. Na very sad. I'm listening to Christianist and see situation when you more ne kind different. Who so very different. He was talking about say ne brother no and so ABB or ABB extra. Boss, I can imagine what the brother is going through because ABA he would feel say he could have done more. Now, we share video no and I say we see audio now boy and the most chilling part no a threat no. Say if I don't kill your sister now, then I'm fake, that was very chilling. And especially when he actually lived up to that bill, he lived up to it, a man at the end looking some way. You see, at the end, the genesis of the story, and I him the Obani, regardless, I do not think it should end that way, where Bakubi pull a gun and shoot the wife multiple times, not once, not twice. The report says 7 times. I mean, clearly, that's a very chilling story. Now, the brother, no dear, Christianist, the obey to me, I any restraining order. On to me, yes, and restraining order is a court order. It's an injunction to actually to prevent that person from doing anything harmful, even to possessing firearms. That restraining order, no, that's the best he can do. And it's no catch almost say, capture the on tape. You understand, and report it to the police. So for him, that's the best he can do. Again, you talked about the woman was saying so munjano. Listen, when there's elements of love, fondness, affection, regardless of intokwa a woman, definitely you say you'd want to say like salvage the situation. What I say, and so you should understand the lady when ne brother na say or bono no or castle unjai no. You should understand where she was coming from. Or parking in Emma, and so questions. I didn't know so parking in Emma, boss. It is not new.
In some instances, you flee.
You flee where? I mean, at that particular moment, ne possessions no. Just blessing issue at you. Obi an park back on Emma. You understand? So, I don't think that she envisages say do that level, no. And so, if I can find the price possessions are a normal, no, be a tasty. It's so unfortunate, but I think that we should just relax and see how it goes. But seriously, very chilling. And I pray say, no woman, no wife, no partner, no human being would go through what the lady went through. Very beautiful lady.
But I see, and quickly to some of the messages. Adam L. Nook says it is like Samini is fading away as far as the music industry is concerned. If it has come to this, then he must re-strategize because he's far too a star to hit at Stoneboy to trend. Achim Kwachi says very unfortunate action by Samini in the name of trending after like 20 years in this industry. I don't expect such childish play just to trend. trend. You have painted a bad picture of Stonebwoy just to trend. He really needs to up his game. And Pan-African D says, how can a dead horse trend? Please, let Sack be why. Ekuya Konama. Kwejo AJ says, Sack will record this song for you, Kwasi Aboagye. For what? What have I done? That's Pastor. That Pastor. That's in Shaba C. This issue, dear, too bad. That's Leslie Ofoi Amegavi. Okay, so let me do this once. Adelaide Nwonu says, please, the wife was defending the husband in all this because she wanted him to have his citizenship. And to Eunice of Benewa says, Kwasi, what else could he have done? Knowing perfectly it was premeditated murder. The brother cannot follow her around like he has life. We are always wiser after the fact. That's stable GH. Na Oboni Ashon says, Christianers, what else could the brother have done? He got a restraining order. You are saying he could have done a lot of other things. Can you please tell us which specific things? And Benedict Aikens question says, the first will be restraining order, okay? Priscilla Asante says, Christianers, you cannot blame the brother. The best thing is to get restraining order. The guy was just determined to kill her. Well.
Entertainment review.
And then, Mr. Wuberton, some
Entertainment review. Entertainment review.
President Abam Fortin, I see you.
Entertainment review.
Ghana for my man, fast.
Open Gangnam Style.
Hey, I ask some more. Mobile phone. A crutch is a winning guy. And phone. As a diabo. And obey a line, no. Cap Farm Ghana Limited for Samsung Galaxy phones. Abba for 4. Obia to be. Jama on say.
Gas, never you. Who almost run. Who's a mobile for the diabo?
You know, Muslim Sano, and Nia Meko Kafam Ghana Limited. I got to Samsung Galaxy phones for Fefenubi.
Ubenya Samsung Galaxy A3 Core, A11, M11, A21s, A31, A51, A71, and the
Kafam Ghana Limited for Samsung Galaxy phones for Fefeno. And even I guess girls Nikita know.
And then to with you.
Aye.
Safi, Wabaka from Dini said the fastest growing Samsung sales partner in Ghana.
Annie Martini na.
For 0500 000-105 and then 0500-000-106.
Kafam Ghana Limited for Samsung Galaxy phones.
Phones were a corner nimupa and Wamamana for Sanu.
Yeah, that Kafam for us, I'm not so I see we able to 216 na kobo Sabri na me ba studio man senior ba be din komo menya ho ba ko ba be shra mo hanum say gospel nyumtini. I think I saw something on Facebook or say on me ba be interview minim se me na me ba be interview on him ba be interview ma me man akwa ba ne ndin komo ma me ati say
ba cho me ho ye
okay so Ekia Amelia na fro wo ho
ba cho I bra kwesi
na Ekia Amelia. I don't know the name Ekia Amelia. Ekia Amelia.
Who say
Dini Ekia Amelia. I say who say Ekia Amelia I say who say uko Nigeria. Uko Nigeria. Who say more particular names you more ye bia ma wa wo fie no. More particular edin bia omo de frɛ omo.
Informer.
Ekia Amelia Akwaba.
Yeah, it's a wonderful.
Right, so what do you match?
Me to you match.
Okay. Be how many years ni?
Oh, we can say be 10 years ni.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So 10 years say be oh my abakwasem no kakra. Saying that year 10 years o shase saying ban saying cry now so beto gospel saying it here.
Okay, me da say bra Kwasi Aboagye me da say ma tiudin aba me nimu ba me ni age say ene me ne wo hia.
Me ho ya hine pa o.
Shira because nipa bi sise ona say menya no mu din komodi anache say onyame shira me.
Hey, fancy ni.
Oh yeah. I know you are a great person.
Me that's any fancy. Mami bi by na no mami bi by o say friend apostle bibi mami bi ahwehwe me amfa ewraba bi. Wa ahwehwe me once a kind na mama kai my story no. Na mami ne by na me phone bi si ono me pie me by no say ahwe me phone na a person can be beaten. I'm saying, or see you, may a great person, pa dachi. And I'm saying, I'm a dachi one, I'm you. And I also see me a great person,
of course.
And your mommy, what that me,
of course.
Mommy, what that me, I say, apostle, what that me,
because you almost say great.
I see,
so I say,
that's also a great, also a tough. So, Abakwasem no che better 10 years senior city.
Mate, me da say, Bragasi, nyame sharp ekwemile you be nyame no kremi free konongo. Eho na matina e kakra but me nyini mu nyina no nyame ye madom me kopie abrochire. Enti me lifetime na me fansa ho na mabon me brain nyina na onyankopon so de adomache de che me ye nwom no enwom to enti no me hyase se me to nwom kakra wa sorry ti me hu se nyame adom ofrene da me so and am say no any yes ade a me so me ye bibi ahye nyame no nyame bibi aye amanyame sanse nyame ye nema bebre na mama brabom enti na wo se me so meti bi to anamon a ebe mo no so na adwumati akonka enti no meti he no nyame adwuma na wo me mu se me eye me ba se me ba be nyame adwuma na amanfo nyame ho fa so na nipa bia fa me so asachira nipa bia fa me so amamo so adiyie ene enunti Kwamilia no sa ana Kwamilia.
Oh, okay. I mean, you come about Abrochia Braboy, Abrochia Infana.
Na me wo me try Italy and later me go trans Switzerland.
Okay.
Aye.
Okay, but in TCC would also Abrochia and say about Ghana.
Me wo dey about say am Ghana for nyame adwuma ni na am Ghana.
No Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay, but one kasa dey me fans okay fan TCC Switzerland now.
Yeah, ona me tell.
Okay, Switzerland is one of the places I would love to live.
Yeah.
What to say in there?
Nice place. Independent ho.
Independent am pen san.
Obesia ma asisi be 5 minutes and was say she na papa. Ya ma what na
asasi nipa na do so do nti wo be bia ife ni wasana ye. Abrochia Brabo senate.
Wow, na make am for me pacho for gospel and answer for asetina nkasa.
Asetina mu ne edikan.
Oh, asetina mu no, say wo say bia
because who say na kan Abrochia, I mean so say say me what.
Of course.
So for ya wa born yiri to yi.
What say na me manager ko say can say Abrochia no opportunities e man be brave because of no say wo Abrochia e man ye what chance more than mema. Enti be big to bia na ye come man no.
Okay.
Enti esa na mema no so no odi ya because bia on e be fa free Ghana. E don't buy but who be do ye na hu sika.
But man be so be fa mema no because
the same thing happen. Oba na be hu sika oro e na me pese me kasem we. Aya na mema bi ho aya na me nti o mase. Busam sad because obi ho a ti se bia manager to we no fra brochaba no obe hu me. O hu me no o hwe me a otimu sanya ne size enemy. Na enam se wo buy ya okuta 100 euro 150 euro o se sana every day. Na me de mani hu say what is second na me so me develop love amana that time na enti no enya den akwa obe man miska enti no ni say wo ye bia na wo ye ma me sister bi of course no huni brother no o papa we say ye kaso obi bura na bra na bopa wotime bua na ofefe ne ho sister benya daje wa pepe fie no chese wo ye bibia de ma papa no nim man nim so anya odopa no be fa no kodu abroche could you believe say afeni na wo ye wa ha no na wo nya biem because of sa abroche na esi ne so person ye oba sanity entu no omo ware ni gui se kabra no kran ko ku sister no ko ku bra no
wow
esipa esi bebre
ma unka mema no so die ni bi
mema no so de
oba bia obefa bema bi nsu
mema no so obi ba mema no ti mefa bema no na oba akoduro no okoduru ya no hu sa we de gay de no ho fa chen me ide a obefa me bai enti afa won na fie kura so no nenam
I see
no nenam nti woni beba wo so no oja wo no ada so obe free kuro na wo no ti mo no because ye chi no a adwuma na wo ye no Sarah ne be chemu 2 or 3 now ye de mienu am na no ba ntine no be free wo nchen
I see
oh enti niam bebre koso nti no was a nipa bi wo ho wo di ule mu
okay
oh awreho
right so yan share as I mean gospel ni nyomtuni a wo ti abroche ho no so no say na tie
okay won say abroche no I was setena no ene nyomto ne nko because of say adwuma sam ubenya time just one day pe kwasia dan ko
I see
ena ubetimi eno kra wuti aso dem wuti aso dem no utama so so ukotwa o job enti also fra aso dem na ko
I see
ena ho no so ntesa ha menem nyame adom mene wuti a mene wudi nkomo yi so radio stations na no so enti no untimi nkasa mekwa de obetimi ha se bia Sunday bi na wa per time eda off day no ensi Sunday na wako ebi wotu kwa wako mod na wako te say pala baby sa wakoto nyom Sunday no na ja waton CDs ne kakra enti be den pass nipa bete wonka se bia te se bia ye bo menwum ha eni wosa enti sa opese nyame opese de wo mu no sa opese pie dia yi sa obagana
I see which means that mostly no se mo bo nwum a Chisema Baba promotion or Ghana say.
Sanity.
In fact, recording kwa mudu do na mbe or Ghana say.
One year
I don't know
because of one say abroche sound no ntisa Ghana there. And I was
kwan benso.
Because one say abrofo no mo bo say bia me family see ye ma okuni ntwam no ba ko bo different way enye de. Ntisa me de ba. Rhythm no enye ntisa me de ba. Enya de it me once me de make us me ye me bi honom me de ba ya na me manager je so no yes some because of said de and necessary said de me see kon said de kon yes
bibi ni Ghana ni na ye ma na bro ni na ye ma
me ye ba ko mienu bi o e wo Italy da me ba be ye bi o Ghana
Italy de no hwan na ye Ghana ni ana
eh friend Kwame Ampedu
I see now
no Ampedu de na
and still I no one way who line no
on say ache ache na almost na rhythm ne de ekono one hwe ya rhythm wa ko fa rhythm bia on e be ba ono so ya de pa ba ache
I see
oh rhythm ni system no mu biem nti wo yes a waso be she
enti basically mu kwan be so na say honum say no say obi say promote nyuma abrochi ti say wa bonyum say no kwame so na mfa mo promote no
enu tina make say e was oba be start wo Ghana
no Ghana hanu say ba mo ko honum de na ya
no on say yeni ye shada ni FM stations ba ko pe bia Vicenza say radio station ba ko pe
okay
enu krampo no e TV say no na wo de ato channel no na untimi we TV
okay
na wo de ato channel na bia wo tie so enti ho promo enye easy so be ka say me promote nyum na me che say bia obekwa so dem akobo ebi okra bedu o ni CD player enti no so do anoto akape so no so ha adwene
radio station no and it's mo to be coach mo
so enti no ntimi nya sa chance but wo Ghana ha ne start say wo ye bo nyuma say land for bo America bo just the whole way now no by the grace of God nyame and me manager so must say ho nyina and say omo bo land no omo boy ya but me wo Italy anka obe dance menka
I see okay well so ba ha nyina no because of enyum fofora wa bo promotion me ma etiefo ntie bi na me mra ne ento en common so ewo eye dwumedie so Equia Emilia.
I shall not want.
TB. Oh.
Missy, ma, a corner job. Famissy, Mama, na mini trouble, the day. Famissy, Sanya, what did David say? No.
wuti enyum ni na wo de comment no so ba aye kama no ama me say kama so free say nya wo de na ya nyomfo so a utumi can feel free ba say so far no utumi nka say phone sa o ana
Entiera di famisi eh Madam Fossereti ame Entiera di famisi oi Famisi eh Sanya udi David zero Famisi eh Na okuni ncham Famisi eh Sanya udi Moses zero Na rani eh Famisi eh Madam Fonsai Okuni moye day Entiera di famisi Madam Fossereti ame Entiera di famisi famisi Sadia wodi David zero famisi Madam Fonchem famisi Madam Fonsai Madam Fonsai Okuni moye day
that's a queer Emilia.
Sanya what did David say?
I was saying you apemu pepepe na enyumi awuti ekua Emilia o studio no hanse na menene din ko so ekua we no din title no saying
famisi you ana famisi said
famisi
hide
me. Okay
oh lord
famisi
yeah
wataba no
sa ase sa
okay I see and we ni chrom no ho ansem no say na tie one out chro dien pa ni story behind it no
odo nyame hrawo say sa nwume wote nwumu yi a eniema pa bi a awrade eyi me frem ne ohaw ne amane bi a me fam a enipa wu wo manim na me wu bi
I see
oh na me castor kitwa bi a show na me call me Holland me call France akoy program
okay
enti me be call no na me yes me fa bus enti me call akotwa tickets na ma ko enti me dru ho na me sala na me dru ho na mine no broni no ehwe me no se no sa bus ne se no o ma me mfo ana me se o ma me mfo se me amede me hu me se me ko denti na o ma me no me ne agi be 30 minutes o so ma me mfo sa bus na me se na me de me hu na me gita me se kana me se me tu me kwa na wo ha me hu pese me fo bus no enti fa na me ne no na me buofo pa enti we na o se me fa next one no and I'm see you enti no na me buofo me ko fe nya me ko dwanya na buofo ti me ya na me brother na kan ze mi unim ni enti o se fa bus we enti wo de kona kofa the other one na me kan and I'm see you enti me full bus na me ko do no me ko do friends France no anopa be 6 me ho na me nya telephone call madam me shia no honom sa terminal honom me shia no me fire no hello and I'm say yes hello mpacho wani and I'm say Emilia ade also we Emilia no I'm say Emilia what's me na den na me say den say no say bus na o free no ana wo de wan pra na I'm say me pressing and was bus now and I'm so man fair no me fa the other one and was me nyame do papa and I'm say nyame do me say was say bus na nka wo fro no gas na ko nya accident a somersault be say 10 times am nipa wu no no mo a omo na twitwa no be break keke am I say so do perfect news say omo kan sa news no ho na me ja me ho to form and I'm say hey ready enti say sa na wo ye onwuma enti ready enti den ko na wo do me say na is ready say one ma papa we am fa pressure anto me so a in that moment me won say no em say nyankopon na nyame na betena ho and oyi me free sa amani nim because me tena se dwene ho a me ntiase na say wodi me sie because of say wo nyuma pa ewo ema me ena se papa se kan me wu sa time na kanya ne se nyame adom me te wanimu ya me ne wo ye den edi nkomo yi so enti no nyame wo purpose ma wa din so bono for nsa be kan ho enu ntina me to sa nyune se fa me sie because one for me sie a o hwede o David o Bible man David hwe kwa nyame fa so edi ni sie anka so openeku no but onyankopon de David sie ba bia na enipa nim se David hye sa area ha echesa na obi di Israel hene enu ntina nyankopon edi ni sie ye enti se meke kasa na ma we nyina bomu a me hunu se nipa nyame do no so do ba bibia wan for wan sie a untimi.
Okay. All right. So enyum way a single and a full album send here.
Okay, your full album na you go so ye na mako nti we na ye di kan ye promotion no
okay.
But next one ba ko bi so ba no so ye oja.
I see. Obi I send a message bi am say or see me mbusa say enyo no ma upload wo Spotify, iTunes ni Tidal.
iTunes, Amazon.
Okay.
Video no so da YouTube. Oh, Kwasi so we video here. What me dem me video na fa me su because of say and was right type video na no.
I see.
Any obi frame your sister me bow nyum no na me jare but me ti nyum na no ma sorry gina me na so e dance di ankrofo ni pe di na ehu e kire se nyame what Kwasi say nyawo wan phone si anka won tiase o wa wunim pa asema make enti no nyame no so do sia no wagi wapie enne wa yimi apia me minister kase te sa we bonko me unsa no odem pa.
Hey. Yes,
no, I respect you a lot and I love you so much. What I say?
Me da see. My main kind messages ni bi kakra wa I'm saying now. Josephine Jason says okay, so this one says very nice song though, Philip Aban. Good sound, Lucas Glory, and nice one, Franklin Liberty. Nice song, Emmanuel Fryer. Kweku Boatin says the music is nice, and Intim Kufio says nice song. Okay, all right, so I just wanted to do some more. Bako here says beautiful lady, so sad. I'm sure you're referring to that particular story that we did. I wanted to do a okay, I've asked you about this one. You'll be about uploading of songs on the other platforms. Enti send out me that means you call all these platforms are obi open bia o metimi enye bi
platform ni nyina.
Okay, social media handles if you one person follow send and also tie
me ba cho uko Facebook Equemilia and na uko YouTube nso a Equemilia na uko friends Instagram nso a Equemilia obetimi a download na what share na adoma bi nso da so YouTube ukwa enyum no chese se de me sra mun download na mun share na mun subscribe adoma no na mun udo nsa boso a na mun subscribe na nyame nyam adom na mentimi nkomanim esanse nyuma bebre o manim a afie ebrem nyame de meye
okay oba ye no. So it is saying, I'm sure that this is not the first time I be a Odenyuma Bagana. Is this the first time?
But this is the first time.
This is the first time.
Aye.
Okay, so the 10 years now to you.
Nina, and once on and I saw them now. Told we are 5.
Now, Boshabu,
I be about your friends €10. Oh, then fine. Oh, why we are very actually into a bathroom.
And I still are now that's so true.
Sir, me. Oh, because
it is our year Juma now, Jessica, now the Ababe, Udabejina, what Pamatadia for Frona, Kotuna.
So, meaning, but me no, me because of the near me who said the Medina Medino, and they said, Minim Senya Mini Shrenipa, and the Minim said, we are Brimonia me pay, and I'm a diabetes ha make us say, and Yamina framing some ramen in Juma, because me who call it Bebre, near my Bebre, no mimo. As I say, no plans are Yamia don't near my concaya, a dear me dear Simon so pan say, me bois here, me bois omwa, and your friend saying, and Quara omu near Jenny Nano, and a disabled, a Juma Bacopa, I am Madame Akuma, so that we person me cousin Mitro, Ghana, how come for so treated disabled no. I am a home say.
I'm saying.
papa obi na yebu keke no said yetimi po ne frifie na woni na no stresses ka imagine say bra me abroche me ho nyina me fa say ona me call preparatory school nyina na woni ma de ba ko almost said mu si treat disable no ene kwan mo fa so hwe wo mo no McDonald's obedu on disable na gira wa oton obetimi aka say wonto but ha krampo obi ye disable obi gira wa dua na wato do kra no wo se me nton ma because of so wo yare make us nye nipa ne pe na onya sa a problem no but said ye si treat wo mo no enye nti de bia me se me boda ro ka tra mansan say sa ne ma na omonam so no na me ka tra rade say on fa me nu baabi na wo mo me no nto me nsam omo mo ni nam kwan wo nyina by the grace of God met me pedan bi ne ye sia ma wo mo ne apel mo be hwe wo mo na onyame adwumetimi akonka bi ko onyankopon sankrofo no mo nkan ho anka minim sanka e was on mekan ho
I see ni adwuma no so
sa me no nyina na be ye
adwuma no so so senatima so far obaye gospel industry you know wetimi akọ programs bi ne account minim say coronavirus inti ni amamu ai tight kaka bad baye no
me kopa
okay
me kopa say kra bi dada me kwanchi aje say nya easy
I see
nyame adom che say me daga na fo ase say o mo si aso nwumnem na mo support me no me me nwanwa me nwanwa pa nti me daga na fo nyina ase say o mo kra me na o mo de mo guso a o mo boa me say problem bia na afenso no me pacho me ko o de ye ni say ye din ko ma kana o ba mama sorry sisi ana
be mo sorry na
o de pacho anya akra
me issues in the doors party me mo sorry
me pesa ye ka sam ketua bi
meet you
okay wonim ade ba ko a me wo problem wo ho kakra ene ye gospel your friends and your gospel your industry no
okay I then
enima bi a ye di asote a ye hu no time enukure nyame
ebi ni say
hwe ekwan a me fansa warijaye ene ekwan a mema no ema ni ja o ma ware a kwan o mdo mo faso no eyade a eye meja because obitimi ni oni ni kunu ja ware a na obema no waje ni social media handles me pa cho uja wo kwwe anasa wo kototo na say den na wo di sa de ne dia ye ena na che say senya oba no anka wontimi ntena so enti sanema we no mesra say e wo say ye jai obonsam ni yusu mema no e de tia yen e ma no ye dwuma no so but wo nim say o ye no but ye bonsam na ye sa de no enti na me pese me ka kire gospel force ye wo say hia sane atweo sense say my your friends edumfa here what say ko ginamu yen use for 3 days but yen cast sadi mo na wo betena society na wo pre nipa no because yamai ho kwan wo bawura mu en wo di ni dwuma en wo go gospel ma say en ne bet me na mo no me no bi din koma mo gospel for mo nyama asem mo tufu mo ye funti na mo de nam ba wo say enya sa na wo say ye ye to nyame ho nwom te wo say ye nyankopon no ye da ni su ne yesu itimi follow no ne yesu itimi esum nyame ye na ne ma akọ na ano odin papa edin e too much
okay
ntika bi ma me why
Mati make be about so then I'll be chat to crap I mean minya nke betimi edin command bi account but your issues bebre ho no man say ya tackle yan hwia na ebre na
ya min sha we tell kakra
Opeso chemita okay oh the pizza buy there
me be am
oh the pizza buy
da I work mo
I see
I work an ti ya no akọ
okay
me no akọ
okay so
me chia me microphone kakra we tell him
okay meet you
buonasera a tutti sono qui da radio programma Peace FM
nyabotre pamcho say uchime fide na to anum say na say uti ampacho we Peace FM wa new station bia obetumi ato aso ai
sono qui Peace FM per interview con Kwasi Aboagye una signore che è molto bravo. Sono qui per interview. Allora io ti saluto a tutti gente che mi sentono, mi guardano. Dio ti benedetta tanto, ti voglio molto molto bene, grazie a tutti, ciao, buonasera, ciao. Bravo, sì, mi casa.
O see. Ewie. Mo amundi di nyina no. Motivate me hia no. Na o the pizza be bree. And o the aba. Enti pizza no say ope
me pa job.
Oh, mama we pa.
And no who baby.
Bo me nyum na yenko na o de me cheche onyuma.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Emilia. Okay, so then I do chat talk finally. Na minya kwekua. Yeah.
Me pa cho Mr. Mr. Ghana for mun download nyum no. Me pa cho ukọ your friends your friends Amazon. Now ukọ the other media na Mr. Bomodi so be download. Now what's me I reach me so person reach me there any ukọ Facebook any Instagram on sabet me akame. Na ye din komo ekwe Emilia afen so me chia madofo nyina na afen so me da me manager nso asesan se nyame afa no so apagya medum pempen so enti me da na se me da madofo nyina se me chia me kunu me chia me maame o London Mr. Penny Abranso me chia mu nyina me chia Italy fo nyina London Elsa me chia madofo ene omo Michia o pa fenso Michia wan kasa da bra Kwasi Aboagye nyame hia na
insurance
nyame be koso ayo kese pa
amen me da see kwa
me san baba ko
sure
because me feel pa
sure.
Me san baba ko
that's a key Emilia there. All right, so yeah, dana se papa 2:43.
I shall not want.
Yeah, Baba to us akwe ni ma wie studio no manum saying penny for that so awa ha. So questioners ne manager ta na chi eboa no. Bicycle say so faso ani free. One no nya nkoko no ren keto. Enti we no. Questioners like unsa. Tina Mulika wa hanum saying another samabedu wa hanum saying Christiana so ha Ola Michael so ba be kan sai wie na parliament public accounts committee one of the committees mrashe bedwem honum saying wo mu di omudwuma CC America say no wo mo hwehwe ye 2017 Auditor General's report no omo hwehwem na no na assemble ko epie fimu aba be ye nkomodie bebre sa asemi no adekronti aba ye nkomodie ama ya ye wo entertainment mu no se yes Exim Bank Ghana Exim Bank export and import bank Ghana the Chantia Exim Bank yes sika bi wo mo so mo e promotion Anti Public Accounts Committee no ene pie wom mo hwehwe mu no Auditor General's report yes be 2 million Ghana cedis bi na 2 million Ghana cedis ene si kire ne so okay akwa amanyum tuni shatawale ena sini twani ejako enti ye be di ho nkomo ne ahwe nsem no se ne sitie ebi say 2 million Ghana cedis e bia betima ka say okay but Ghana for sika enti Ghana for sika nso say ko be bia e say etimi hu so okay e bia kono sana tie enti e bia onti asie yi a nya botre obeti asie sa se bia so ye wo hu voices kakre bi audio bi ho no ma be bobo amamo Ebi hoye interview bia meni mrashebedweni Ras Mubarak oye mrashebedweni ojama kumbungu. Yebehese yebenya Bulldog ono so kan ye Shatawale management team ho. Na ye ni ono nso edi nkomo.
Watching jump on the entertainment review. And then, Mr. Wuberton, some entertainment review. Entertainment review. Question up on 14 entertainment review. Ghana for my manifest,
Okay, all right. So akasma be edumi no na no me nsabo na nia yedusu no ya asemba kwa na mecheche mu se epie wo public accounts committee na ni nyina gina se ya se be 2 million Ghana cedis bi auditor general report 2017 no public accounts committee PSU o motena se no na eno ekopie mu se 2 million Ghana cedis Exim Bank for na ba be de se omutua se sika na edema eye nyomto ni Shatawale na eye ejako na eno no akwakoye nkomodie akwakoye nsemmisa bebre ensem no se ne si bebo no eba no Exim Bank for no ekopie public accounts committee enim no ne di kan be ka se omuntu esike bia ne ne ka kan sa 2 million Ghana cedis bia nkoso echire no wo mo ba begitu mu e ka se o wo metua sa 2 million Ghana cedis no ometua emubi almost about them say 15% of ASI sika no ediama insem no bi nso no ni nyina ne kofar baaye bra na public accounts committee etna ase no Ras Mubarak mrashebegene ojama kumbungu na okotwe asemi ede baaye na menini di nkomo woni TFM so Ghana muntie se enrefie yebebo interview no kakra na motie na ya hwese ebetimi enya Bulldog nso ne ne di nkomo a ekoso ana se ebi ho ne enya ntiase na se ni mpenifo no bi di nkomo a ye de sankomodie no so ede beto aso
watching a jump on the entertainment review. And then, Mr. Wuberton, some entertainment review. Entertainment review. Question up on 14 entertainment review. Ghana for my manifest.
Okay, so yentie sankomo ameni mrashebegene ojina makumbungu Ras Mubarak di na yento aso una okopeja baaye eho asem impacho sanete so mayenya ntiase adekra pusu ma ukobusa ho asem
well yenya tie bi se Exim etua ukebi na tiasi. So I sought clarification from them that if you are have you by any chance, contracted some brand ambassadors near the other? Initially not much sure on that, but they admitted no correct. On my paying some brand ambassadors through a third party.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
Oh, okay. In Pacho, Uka initial na say bia omo twetwom na say omo nyintum any ne kahwa and near that and the reason why I'm bisa is because I'm just reading this story online. It says we haven't paid Shatawale other brands ambassadors 2 million Ghana cedis Exim Bank. Now
I'm sure it's an old story now, all kind. Okay. Because this is ensuing from that more release press statement. To say Omar NDG brand ambassadors.
Okay.
I Joko and Shatawale. According to Obono, Sika Castle Botiano. Sika no and Obutia, but unfortunately they are unwilling to say for now how much it is. To just look at the podium, because we will invite them back to the Public Accounts Committee. We also don't want to engage in public discourse on the issue until they appear before the committee. Now, the Kenyan public will get to know, cry away. The fundamental thing is that one, Omaja to Muse, Omabo, Ejako, and Chata, Pass, brand ambassador to Mama. Secondly, Omar said to Musa, what as a member of parliament that day, my first loyalty is to my constituents, the people of Congo, and to Ghana as a country. Normally you will have to take an interest to see whether procedurally a final question. So what I was interested in is whether when I said Sikana Wuchiano, a final question. But I'm sure when they appear again, all of that will unravel. I'm going to also everyone cry. Say a final question, say I'm final question. We are looking forward to another sitting of the Public Accounts Committee with Edinburgh.
Okay, and well, now can you cry and Ryan Mutitini that Honorable Aboagye Edin Komo and ye came up on my yes, Mobile sign at to Musafre exim back. Exactly. But my name Sabia, so now Munim Debbie or Mobile.
And that is at the discretion of the chairman.
Okay.
Chairman, because there are some agencies who are appearing. Now you're lining up. I said first and first.
Okay.
See, we really or more. I schedule almost that next week. Probably we may not be inviting them, but the chairman now has said appointing them. Obviously, it's easy or more. Either next week or today. I think so. Chairman, but as we speak, I don't know when they are appearing, but I know for a fact on the bar.
Okay.
I answer questions to those particular people.
Okay. Because I say me that's where go to movie, no me person my training but me will bear in some back community and person Obuame kakra ni nyantia here. Sign a team out the difference in maybe fine changing position. You sika if you okay now you sika sign a team out.
Well, I'm before for be perjury. Perjury said, Obaba can say, maybe I walk court and I walk a committee of parliament for and I said, walk of both of I can't damn say, made in the career. Let's say, one kind of career, it amounts to perjury, and there are consequences. I remember having to remind the officers that they were under oath. In one breath, Oga said, we trace KPI, in another breath, we paid some money, but one person of the these are all issues that the public can read between the lines. What I say? And I'm so reviewed basically. I don't want to say much. That's over fine now.
Okay. Now,
yes, we should be allowed to see the appearance of them as a PhD again.
Okay. Back one person we said be a we are sure say binumu back where your margin said we need Shatawale and BBC. no Diana what come on and let me just say I'm sure say a man for a woman him say you're one of the finest MC radio presenters and here or mem hanum say until he became parliamentarian.
And they don't even know say Oma Moka Samson, they don't even know say Tatawale Yemidia. Well, I've known him for years for his bandana days. You know, but and this has nothing to do with Tatawale.
Okay.
It has everything to do with Exim Bank and as to whether or not Exim Bank followed procedure. That is what it is all about. I can say that Shatawale there. Only or asked. And if I were managing Shatawale, if a company came to me for a contract, obviously you would charge. I am one of those advocating for our artists to be paid their due. So it has nothing to do with Shatawale as a comedian. It has everything to do with Exim Bank following procedure. That's all I'm interested in.
Okay. Just finally, final question. So far, it did true penna yate. Yes, more bomb. Minim say be amo also since Shatawale ni ejako. Binimu can be anasa. Fan say be showbiz personalities me do penna when we are involved.
There are some other issues here. Investigation. Some other issues that have to do with politically exposed persons. I'm just praying that by the time I'm over now, I could conclude my investigations on that one. There are some
Entertainment Review. Peace 104.3 FM sunu aso go yakas ni tete kakra na no miensa bo so sa se mi aba beto dwa Shatawale din epie mu Jaco nsu din epie mu ya sure in commotion ni mrashebedwani Ras Mubarak mrashebedwani ojamaye kumbungu be ma yenya ntiase kakraba ma memra studio no hanum say na mpenifo so amne omahia tina moleke wo hanum say anoda samo abeidu wo hanum say olamake wo ha na Kwasi Ernest. Okay, and on my main shots you infuse, so I'm sure say we need this as a mechi.
Yeah. I think so. We'll tape on the first one I made Mate with regard to the interview on Ras Honorable AA, you know. Before this, now I'm taking it to the clinics. Maybe now Bonichi say what can say, and for me, I think say. This interview very timely and serve a certain purpose. Clarity. What you say on Shatawale the problem. I had to even to say no manager for Shatawale and KB Krana and Kobeja more. Na Shatawale as an artist no it deserve it to actually charge whatever or deserve it. And so that point has been made because this prior to exhibition of audio now a man for or say I didn't know Shatawale just as can deserve and so that was the narrative into some of industry players be
okay, so only Joy News to your interview and that interview no by Sana
by
many interview
but Joy News interview many one of the persons are raising issues on social media was George Kwasi. So George actually took the man on. Until later, no, and was another post actually apologizing to Honorable. So when I meaning your interaction, not you or check here from Joy News, actually looking for a tape to back the claim. Say and someone for ni show obey no Joy FM ewiawe. Number tape no also share ya when we say tape no that actually said say Rasimba attribute Ras saying say Shatawale deserve it. So that point hono anyhow
interestingly said okaba interaction and so me sure say tifo munim na bia George Kwasi na George Kwasi one of the industry persons and also host to entertainment shows Joy FM so and George Nimedi nkita ho
okay
I think and I don't pay and I've sent him audio. Interestingly, I was able to send him the Joy News audio.
Okay, so,
which I have it here.
So you also came to realize, said they're not basis that George Gina so they bash honorable no, it was not in the tape.
Okay, so not directly.
Not directly.
But utie and semuna honorable kind. And I don't know say if obepese be a bit here no.
Why not?
Okay.
For clarity.
For clarity, I'm sure say let's see. I'm trying to get the particular. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. I'm sure it will be that.
These are public funds, and in spending public funds, there has to be accountability to the good people of Ghana through their representatives in Parliament. And it is fair that we get to know the basis, the criteria. If Ghana Exim has outsourced some work to somebody, it is important that we have full disclosure of who got what, and
you mentioned 2 million cities.
I mentioned 2 million cities that went to Shatawale, and indeed, as you may have heard from the deputy CEO, they according to them, they wouldn't know who the vendor selected, that they don't have the criteria. And this is not to say that we have a problem with Shatawale getting some amount of money to do whatever work Exim gives them. But the Ghanaian public deserve to know how much went out, who got it, and
did you get those responses from this sitting?
The answers were not satisfactory, and it gladdens my heart that the chairperson of the committee has given indication that we may have to invite Ghana Exim, back to the PAC where we put together all the documents that we are gleaning on.
So you have some, apart from the Shatawale one, you have a sense that others have gotten monies in the creative industry. There have been stories about Ejako and others.
I don't know about Ejako, but in respect of Shatawale, that is what my briefing tells me. Okay, and as I've indicated, brilliant artist, fantastic. I know him personally, nothing against him. Okay, but this is public funds. If you're giving 2 million cities to an artist, what is the basis for selecting that particular artist? And if it were your money, would you actually be spending 2 million Ghana cedis? Because that's quite a lot of money.
In that sense, that it's not exactly judicious use of the sums in terms of handing them over to artists like that, and that if these people were managing their own funds, as far as the managers as Exim are concerned, they will probably not have given all this much to artists like Shatawale.
As somebody who's had interactions with a lot of artists, obviously artists have to be paid for their intellectual property, their creativity, but you ask yourself whether 2 million Ghana cedis is a judicious use of public funds. Okay,
you're not convinced?
I am completely not convinced that this is how we should be spending the people's money, especially at a time when we are all tightening our belts, when we are living under dire straits or conditions, when government is struggling to find money to do basic things. As we speak, there are still Ghanaian kids who don't have access to schools at the primary level. Healthcare is a problem. So is 2 million Ghana cedis actually a best way of having an ambassador promote the work that Ghana Exim does? These are things that as representatives of the people we should be concerned about.
Okay. All right, Arnold.
Yeah. Again, me man BB I can say Sikano should have even gone to matured artists. Most of the things he said were paying glowing tribute to Shatawale. And the fact say as creatives once Obi engage you you need to eat from your intellectual property, you need to eat from your creativity. So those were glowing tribute. And so with you, I say, Mama, not the benefit of the doubt.
I've heard a man for more raising some of concerns. I know more cassette, chabo papano, and I think that it has to do with baby which for me I still disagree with them. We said there's a part talking about giving 2 million Ghana cedis to an artist. Whether is the best judicious way Ghana Yesika. As ye complain bia enkoda ne bi kra schools omoti nuase no musua de this is the best way yeah they be at 2 million Ghana cedis, yeah they ma Exim Banks okay as an ambassador on Fanco promo too. So then people are saying now most okay VAT I didn't need scanner most you the mama have you questioned that one too? James said no man for sure says so much about, but just as if you listen to the interview, there's nowhere I can't clearly say okay Shatawale does not deserve it.
And then we should give it to a matured artist. I think say the member of parliament in the context of public accounts committee, because I'm sure that committee sitting to do interrogation as to how public funds have been used. And see, we should give him the benefit of the doubt. Say within that context and in that environment, he was doing his job. Now let's also understand the fact say endorsement deals are a part of Yejuma as creative industry. And Shatawale with the pedigree, the clout, the influence, any following our mass over the period, it deserve any amount biana on any corporate firm, whether private or public, be engaging in. Again, it also depends on the negotiation skill and in the brand positioning. So if Shatawale should engage in any endorsement deal, not so be charge $5 million, one is on the brand positioning, and how he's able to maneuver in a negotiation table. If Obika says Shatawale deserve $5 million for any endorsement deal, the person is right. However, me assure says Sanka ABR, the deal was between Shatawale and Zoom Lion. Honorable Ras, I could need any locus to find out how much Zoom Lion to Shatawale in a deal like this.
I know cry them it won't come before.
It won't come
before.
Exactly. You understand? So I think what we should maybe say the argument corner the fact say entity na and Shatawale and Ejaku assign a public owned and as a state owned bank. Actor this bank nearby act 911 even Levia scan bank no generate scan importers and exporters for sika Ghana for sika. So the honorable is right within that framework to actually figure out say scan echo saying about saying it has to be anyhow. But I also figure say the ama de no so akoye we ni kakra no ade we boss utie executive no fi Exim Bank no in the interview o say ade ye launch no August 20th August if I'm correct. Yes, 30th August. Me the man hey me so ya.
Because honestly,
because if
I don't even know ambassador for Exim Bank.
Nobody knew until issue pop it up.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, come on, if you are signing a deal with a high profile personality like Shatawale to actually project Ghanaian made products, made in Ghana products, any Ejako, now you launch here. No photographs, no newsletter, no press release, nothing.
I'm sure we have 15%.
And 15% has been paid for work to be done. Okoma website after payment 15% in Bulldogs or no who you would expect again when there's been confirmation it's been launched.
Yeah.
You would have some expectation. You say some evidence would show say Juma ne koso as advertorial bill say then you say to actually show say some go to their website. Oko gallery
and let me say congratulations to Stone Boy.
Yeah.
I mean there's news around said Techno assigning as an ambassador. And the news is, all of us. Uncle be crying. Wait for news.
No, even
finished.
No,
I'm just talking about.
So Kaiser, the German Kaiser kitchen.
Yeah.
Also all over the place.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah.
So I didn't know when it was launched in 30th offending August.
Maybe I
me say my core website it's not even in their gallery, it's not in their news press releases, it's not in their newsletter. There's nothing there to show say you're signing for nothing. It's any idea and I say Bibi, but Ankanya and Sari.
On Bakuascano, Agino me.
You see, and a lack of disclosure, no. Me tell you, boss. Say, again, executive of Exim Bank, no say a contractor until me can't change.
Ghana Fosico.
How? And also, it's confounding. Crack it beats my mind. And say, Ghana Fosica, no state-owned banks. Can 2 examples. Others to follow. 2013, time of GNPC, sponsor Black Stars. No, we knew $30 million. 2017, $50 million. I didn't tell because GNPC is not idea and it's a contractual amount and they work contract. Everybody knew about it. GNPC for cancel, we knew. Installments, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, we knew the amount. Inside the way they all change say, "Untimi change amount." If Shatawale any bulldog, any more SM be catch and say, can't change. I don't have a problem. Because we are private guys. I mean, they can decide as to how they want to reveal it. But for the Exim Bank, definitely they need to come and tell us. And at the last point before the others come in, would say conversation there quite around now. People say so now. Don't deserve anything. A creative in that.
I know they spare your breath. Men waste time.
No, but the conversation, there, a question.
I know there's some who say what that. On deserve say. On anana say you deserve. For microphone, ma ulan for microphone no buy on kasa. Ulan for microphone na minti yeah.
Also obi na nana deserve.
Now men ka de Messi Sebi do nana on deserve Sebi nana deserve.
But I think say from tapes now abono and say nipa bebre na a bit of misunderstanding of what the issue was. It may be a mad George so because I Joy as a Joy News and my Joy online.
But let me rub it in kakra. I think say George asema kind. Unim say mo pa. For George because me Sebi me your despite media. Me I'm able to get the tape. It's not even the video because if you are converted it into audio form. So for George to say and this morning catch me say Joy News for so the interview. I said what? And I went.
But how did you get it?
But I think that maybe George did not do a good job in searching for the
no, and yet when we take no George ne backlash no the first post no or bash honorable no there was a certain quotation more attributed to honorable George used to bash honorable say Yefama okay bit me scanner matured artist and that was a quotation
Joy News one
good and it's George no or
yeah
that statement quotation in the audio but when
no but I'm saying say or see news this I'm saying I'm the one me na me sending way no command
no but I want to say no there was based on a certain write-up.
No, are you saying say or say onya me see or see omu interview I don't know
and no one can't change me. What he told me was they've listened to the Aboagye tie but point out no George ni gina so the bash man no Joy News for a day report no on who are the anim on
whatever.
Until the man be apologize say but on your idea he had it.
Okay.
To join this one of Mama George say see for because or trust you enough say some mama quotation attributing to him there. Then you have the audio
transcription of audio now.
Yes.
It's in the back. That's why I was asking people say but have you listened to the thing
before because you see George Craze no pray no because before now about your article no be post no I think you should have listened to the interview.
Okay.
When you are going to make us say bia George because after me sending George the audio no Otieno say because me say well maybe if I send you this to vindicate you somehow Otieno say but still he disrespected us which suggests to me say bia no tie
but Kwasi, I think say I mean most of the times credible sites be a true story. Now say a certain quotation supposed to be what as obikaya. Normally, I won't shut down questions or compare audio now. I think that's where this whole thing started from. Because I'm the screenshot of that particular story nearby. Ya can't say na she papa na no. Say no kind, you know, for him, I believe so. News had any free joy news there, then it's credible. But I'm saying, Chia Samba and A, Nanny be an joy news, no misleading, no, and no BP audio NTM, so and I'm going to say a crab. But I mean, it's okay. You man, the Debbie, you can't always get it right. I mean, I know say sometimes you get it wrong. You know, everybody gets it wrong. It's you know, fanche. So I apologize. I apologize in there. You know, you know. But I think that the most important thing out of this whole issue is one minimum public account committee for adena omuchenya ma senuche masa no ma betra sa no omadeneti ana.
Oh, say Auditor General report. So as time our Auditor General report very ready, that's what they sit on.
It's when year 2017.
But
and 2020. It is a sika o my dear you.
Okay, me concentration you hold anyway.
But we have said Metias and I Betias now 27 that enough in here can what that most money 15%.
Yeah.
And they say yeah question say 15% the year who any publication and everything. 3 years down the lane, maybe more to us so. But what else? If you're more 15%, you know, maybe they realize that I didn't quite who here because what is Ezenbank? You know, I must say something before more I share Ezenbank so for I think twice or so. It's in ABR the previous leaders so say we know something who here. Maybe I don't bet you realize that I won't share here. So let's forget about it.
2017 or something. Okay.
Almost a issue Sikano.
I think yes, campaign was launched in last month 2020.
August 30th.
No. PAC for Sikano. Almost say it was done in 2017. Sorry. Ezenbank for engagement with Shatter. I'm saying it was 2017.
Where is it?
Okay. Ola Nkasa.
Yes, boss. No, we need that correction. If Sebia my mistake, is that what the report said?
Yeah, they
say that agreement and answer contract Shatter and it was in 2017.
No. Me say, me name here I'm signing. What I because I don't have that details. But I know what I know is a 2017 Auditor General report. I don't know Mudi
common.
Yeah.
Exactly the point.
Yeah.
And this thing came up. Not just say 2017 idea.
Tina be afena report na ba or ma be hu sad no. But regardless, yeah, it said the honorable can one, it is not wrong for any artist to be, to be asked to be a brand ambassador for any project in Ghana. It is not wrong. Two, Sikana involved in the BB I can want them say ABA too much or no bargaining power and that's how much
and then one I say Obisi wrong.
But I say
Obisi wrong.
No, I'm just making a statement.
Okay.
That it is not wrong. And I heard the Honorable Mubarak Soka say is also not wrong. So befa celebrity or brand influencers to do stuff. But and two, Sikana woman 2 million. Who say industry the moment you mention 2 million na issue here about because you 2 million assembly that why I can't see that. That's another 2 million bad ya na mayason emwa edukakra say another 2 million bad by another government. So what I say it's enka enya bone na ejako de na enso esa me won kakra because enche papa no beka say ne party na eja na jejemu
ba utie unse interview ano and ubusa honorable Rasmubarak peja sa question by na unse o say onima ba ejako de no onima about is that money was given to Shatawale. That's what onim.
Next ejako 250,000 nyenokre. Because he also came up with doing almost sitting, yeah, about Tino na me interest because many are not metis or cast MPP agenda JJMU. It's for you to have been given 250 alleged with 250,000 K now because I say when in Ukraine is away any secret sooner by BP, which I feel say ABA and not and Kuchei. It's I just hope say Yanokre. But bra Yenya Butena ABA Yenya a more documents concerning this whole transaction because look, say PAC and I almost set in 2021 and now 2022
Okay, so
you benya the same thing coming up because he also did that form.
Okay, nyabotre denia ba ko na esi for send me message back o say
okay.
Nana also can say Nana esi for say Ras Mubarak question was a public interest question which is allowed at PAC.
Yes.
It's not part of the 2017 report.
Okay.
Okay, I know this correct.
Yes. Okay.
The money is for 30th August 2020.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is 2020.
Okay, so because Exim Bank focal P honum and no opportunity to ask that question.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's when it wasn't done in 2017.
That is why I'm on focus almost on the COVID.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm saying Exim for say COVID almost signing because the who did it because of COVID meeting.
COVID shatter yeah virtual concert.
COVID now.
No, but what's the idea? I say BBI COVID now. On says I didn't abaso.
Many Exim for your dream, no be
but I think that we need to get to the bottom of this one.
My men can't say now Baba sign him no mama.
No, who bet charge saying?
Many Exim for your dream, many Exim for your dream. Question is brave with you.
Kwasi, I'm saying kind of craning. Who say me share kwan your chame kwame what struggle was made in Ghana for all these years. We try music video we call her we front to ma or the assessor go see her or your way ni na abepem ne sabi board the tenase our exam hon nan ko consider nkofo ebe sabi ebe influencers e dey ma such a nice dwumedi etisa na at least omu ba kokora ntumi ankai so o menuanom ebra yegusu a sabi ye fa shata ye fa ejako ni fa wamu no abrante ba ko bisusu wa ha ono de for years ni wa bomodi ono akra onya support but ono akasa kwa chinchin
we so chami omo nya support from Ministry of Tourism ambassadors on mom she because I think there was some form of support
to the tune that we are hearing
but there was some support
not to the tune at least but at least common funding ka ho na ye Kwasi bibi ye mean nyam na kakra because me hunu shatter yes signing was xylophone the whole East Legon roadblock the cars me hunu shatter ankasa on one concert did fa ho with no more one concert but for this one we there abepim never this time me sabi from 30th August October when you be right not least no yentumi kura hu so at least bibi sa yakoso ntimi me pesa bibi sa say mpenifo no mo san na ya o mo nkasa according to them no cause it na hand am interest kakra o say
so it's a COVID no
I say in a statement the bank said that the pair were contracted as influencers for a campaign to promote the production of local products and services to enhance export revenue generation. The made in Ghana 4P. So if really say obi ye dwumadi no person dwumadi na oye no otumi dey raise revenue there, then it means that right from the day yes ani ade no to say nkade there assassin programming yeah baby ya billboard sisi babia no because ade no you are giving the money for some value ni say o person say bi o dey raise revenue ma sabi export nyoma ebe koso mo ship nyoma kentem ko nyoma nkoso no etumi afa ne ntuma pafra. So why the secrecy? I want to mention no why the secrecy? The influencer shatawo in this country ye na ye nim na sabi Beyonce kra ye Ghana for ye nyadaji share
na dem say secret
na te dey ye mo one can disclose they can na dey mo one kra say sika no ayo man Ghana sika yem for Satan to nchen me tell me artist manager so go visa upon 2 million man na committee and me ke be a dime kwan kamasi one bedroom atoaso ama metim nti no nchen but sika na ayo man Ghana sika na ye dey tuama obi ana ye wo PRO no or sepeni na ye no kasa ya no wo kirem say figure na ye guso ye pedro ye boss 2 million no it's not correct It's not correct there. Why we are Juma or Honmona who can't be near the contact man? What is the correct figure? Of 15%, no, I will come out and say you have paid 50%. No, 50% of what? Is it 15% of 2 million Ghana cedis? And I say, Sikano, as to change 2 million Ghana, no, na, what exactly is the figure? You should be able to tell Ghanaians boldly. Simkonja press ananka Kwasi Jumadia tesane de na mpanifo ejako mu kan ejako with all the ejako kwado so on the TV station me boa say about ejako TV9 ejako TV9 or no on TV minister ba kokwa pe obi ma no anti ka Jumadia tesane de ka ejako TV kwa da so live nanka yi ne live mo man Ghana obi a hwe ejako no wa na brand ambassador na ni masa akoso na chese obi kra atumi aboa ma value na de ntia mo san nipa no emfasode no aba but we ukobisa yes we can't disclose it. You can't disclose it. I say yes, but yet you want the thing to generate value. So how are you going to generate the value when you don't want to disclose the information for everybody to be happy to promote the thing? Because it will not take only those two individuals, no. It's any permit no. You won't want to bet me promote made in Ghana. So 4P agenda no. You need permit no penny bet me. Omono they belong to society. Into omono as I say they are omoba no. Eba ma beto yensu yakuma prum. Yensu to me GD the church the support. Now if you are not, you are feeling your own person beka the amount no ni sika over the actual Ghana for. Eba na yensu so you ofie no. Yakuma to yen ni push 4P agenda. All right. What Ejako TV or and to me
Ejako TV now.
There was a TV.
There has never been a TV.
Say mischievous, Memphino.
Mischievous against his own people.
There was a TV.
There was never a TV. Please stop that. There was never a TV. You know there was never a TV.
And I can so mischievous.
Okay. No.
Carry on.
Now can somehow can
I was saying the minister back on the go be a man.
Don't put Gary by Mama for me to Gary with some. I don't know.
That's what Omakacha was saying.
What are Kosovo to more?
Martina and Kabi.
Sometimes Seniama ba most of the time instead of you pay attention to detail. Na yama niama be ye focus a few. Rasa sama no okano. As ye nyina be hu no sisia no say there was nothing wrong with your kind, but baby because so asem na ma afa details I was say industry for no FDS with na enu mo mind that
because who here obi die din edidi obi die din didi
oh did say there's nothing say near ko bebe kwa ma but me can say
obi die din didi because is it really true crampo say because the sata enye sika na that's okay
exactly I mean there's nothing
is it really true say we enye sika no sika na ana obi ana bia wa sheda wodi edin
because up till now Exim Bank for no call me chese oh this was the detail of it's not Ras say onye convinced no because modern man no okay na mo say there what does it entail oh as an ambassador for obe promote Ghana products there no mo so within what period and almost sign and say month bia onye there saying what was even those questions where we are not asking because most of the industry people no we are pissed when they heard say almost say shut and indeserve me wanya sometimes we need to be extra careful so when it comes to comment like that of course a year patch but seniam assemba aya yen change na ninja say bi wo ho a ye be say a political propaganda na bibibi let's go straight to the idea no say I am fan to nya fe na now what we should be discussing is lost. We are talking about how is we being deserving, but this is the time I think we should be talking about the details of the contract. And as a day almost on my sign your mom no not DNA no person mo. I mean I don't think Obiawo issue says say dey mabeko yama say na e ka no one person enti me na me kra na me hu ne say me my dream no shatter there's no problem I said the man because time now Owemu him say he's one of the most I can say relevant industry like entertainers CI wo e crew man baby all kono there so the BBC man obey but eja ko de ne de mentiase senka no kan wa on do kodo man ka but because for a very long time no me ne modern boy industry ni hu biom so if ye hwehwe ade ye hwe relevance ye hwe obi ene no okasa ndom di ekiri enye obi a ebia because onim party bia no onim obi it is a muma shatter I mean there's no problem because ye nyina enim say shatter there when it come oba se se ono an oton yen kaka beja ko de ne say ampa de ne na nsemo.
Okay, all right. So what you share with me, dear fire? WhatsApp line on our Facebook comments now, dear ba. Baba share NDC for manifesto launch here. Dear the woman, industry we creative industry. No come on. Any other baba to us so we agent no be. Abba Wahanum saying, Kwasi, you allow this guy allowed to bring his politics on your show again. He always wants to use any platform to do propaganda. Amudani Canavarros with that one. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, in fact, Ghana is in. Be careful with the words. Ike story says, Kwasi, Stanchart has an endorsement deal with Sarkodie. It is public. Everyone knows. So what is Exim Bank talking about? Ghana for you, lack of proper planning. That's Apirigu Chakapama with that one. And Charles Ano says 2 million Ghana cedis, such a huge money, can even pay NAPCO officers, nursing and training colleagues allowances to make them permanent. Hey, what do you mean? What are you trying to say?
Entertainment review. And then, Mr. Wuberton, some entertainment review. Entertainment review. Entertainment review. Ghana for my fans.
Okay, so was it a Jordan Benado? Was it a Jordan?
Yeah,
a Jordan NDC for one manifesto and Niama said Ghana for 2 Abama 2020. So the various sectors one baba ye ediama na o my Ghana timi afan into my payfra na ofa tourism culture ne creative industry ni so a wo ma ye hu niama ne bia o de esi o meni so na o mo de beye na be ba ku mienu miense bia me fa free mu metimi aka ho asem na echi mabana studio no am saying ya cheche adwen o mo chese o mo so be see theaters ediama creative art industry no and creative industry we see theaters ediama omo chese omo pese omo nafti multimedia university omo chese creative art no and a creative industry no kra no because a tourism ne culture na art no hono entimi ma creative industry no entimi nyina ne na so yie enti omunyae a omo de omo ba ba mu 2020 a ne ombe ya ne se ombe yi creative industry no ebe gina as a whole ministry aswe ya wo de no ho ebe nya ne minister ne bibia na chese ono ankasa na di ni kui any niama hudo bebira mo chese o ba ya ma creative industry no well so ola more or less we yin anim as NDC niba enti we dey meto amano na we biebie ni so yie e dey aman meanwhile ma me fan to just NDC for kasamafo bi e ba no the creative industry no be kasama omo in the person of Nyumtuni Rexoma and yenua baako Sadiq womo enomo kasama omo ola
right now we any the communicators now
we are young konkonko we you so no be unkasa ti say but say o hwe na say unye ya metimi akọ because ya kire ya adwen
anti ya kire ya adwen
but because it's first and commercial as you so but say we dey let the cap yeah.
I had no NPP ni secretary any be where you are not informed with a normal course into Minka. I'm very much abreast with everything. But Nanka me the say and I'm say yenim say party na yi nipa mienu say nkomon kasa wo sa adwumadi.
In fact, Rexo ma cry yes so person ba me na me turning down say and yeah if say kire ya adwen.
Nanka mrepam no mo aba be chimi. Okay.
Enti ene de ye run a commentary. Send ya mo de aba be to ho no. When so run a commentary. Because MPP for the ba MPP for ma metra ha. Na uni ha.
Maybe what about no he was seen as a communicator.
When justified, American no papa no pepe. Sana mo ye no ma
papa. It was here fine. Yen hwe ni nyina na de waka boss no kwa.
Menfino. That's very disrespectful. But
very, very. Yeah. No one. Nike the party office.
So, you share a sector. Yeah, you can just take it from any angle, Biaula.
Oh, okay, all right. And Mami Sha says, every Monday now be payment. No, I've been watching and listening to your industry for no, their maybe more deliberations on the manifesto, and the feedback in
but sorry, said my main case as we said, me who a certain impression be that's also being created. Me kasa my MPP for, but I think say it's just not fair from where I sit. Why we behaving? Yeah, I wonder me can't. I mean, in a fraternity, entertainment journalism, I don't think be able to say MPP for new be when it comes to oh, they have people. They have people. People have been speaking for them all this while. Marco Krekum and take Kasama industry, so critic Kasama industry, but they be a say, Nana Obia, oh, from Nomutia. Why are we behaving as if so? I mean, I could say Jima Kasama industry, when you call him Nana Fredia, oh, friend, or Kasama industry,
But what friend or Nana Freddy and I go say what from be recently. So person no more have a discussion on creative industry our radio so that.
In fact, Nana Freddy a crowd or the subo bomb na no attack him when him honu say mento me some friend no. And it's not like yes.
Ache.
Oh, me say by last week him ha.
Nana Freddy.
Oh, ade. Me nim America.
Wow. Okay, me to me can assembly there but also Nana Freddy and the cancer. Wow.
I could come my dinner time.
Oh, bro, you are free to do that anyway.
Oh, say radio, so mean
because unim, they tell make us no. I mean, same invitation was, sent to him, and
Nana Fredia.
Yeah, and the feedback was
why not send invitation? Say, oops,
yeah.
O catch and so person in the come.
Me try.
Oh, okay. Well, media minim na mekano. Me say last week, see,
and the feedback
entertainment review, young to insan, the bia person so young friend number can be.
And our friend, open next week, Omra. Omra ne yem fam and crater in one near for me. But the American said the feedback from industry seems very positive, and it looks like Nipa Bibrinano I appreciate it at their NDC for they share more manifesto. No, I mean it wasn't I'm promising heaven. Say Babi see heaven. I mean within 4 years, but Osha. The whole idea behind the creative part, has to do with the fact that you appreciate the creative and cultural industries, I did digital account, more or less like a pot of gold that YMBA so. Now over the years, you saw sere kakra near Jim, near Koso a basa kakra near Jim, near Obiakoso ni team. So we felt like can't we now position the thing well? And then start building it properly, system by system, structure by structure. It's in a Osha the way manifesto no manner you don't see anything apart from policies all under a certain ministry. Moma Akwanyana EPC creating. Now policies, because we cannot build this industry without laying the foundation. Yache, but we can start now. This industry, a friend creative and cultural industry, we don't have a foundation. It's in a Bema NPP be promise theaters. Me through she's there, but on promising theaters, and you sit back and like, okay, if you are promising theaters, seamstresses and tailors and so on, they're not being a free. Kente weavers, basket weavers, smoke makers, they're not being a free.
Theaters, some more promising.
But you say
some more promises some theaters
under a big push infrastructure side, but the most important thing in
NDC promising theaters.
Me pacho. Under big push infrastructure.
May say whether under big push or whether small push or whether a small push or big push or more promise say
yes
a part of my manifesto.
Yes, but say
more flag bearer can want them.
But Usha a normal ya list in fact away page 55, 54, 55, 56 you realize say the theater is not there. Checking ye. Checking ye. And normal ya list no.
And you know me fault.
But just say
me fault ana.
Oh, the meme show a quiet fast share manifesto and now what you say baby at the theater and go say the aqua
manifesto no nyama no kra wo kan no
yeah
mo ankasa no mo as industry for no mo ebi at say bia mo ton nyama no mo manifesto no say nyama no bi ewo mu no mo so mo kan different thing me boy
I don't understand you. Different thing many again.
So page 55 now kind of
54 55
54
PDF
55
manifesto no?
Okay.
And I mean kind. Oh, 54 is on tourism and 54 is on tourism, 55 is on creative arts and creative and digital economy. But what I say. But me focus has always been on those pages because of sector no.
Yeah, so kind.
Oh, okay, don't worry. Then me pacho, give me some minutes now. Me scroll to those pages. Why? Wadaroma.
So now can because we can 55. Then I'm because we be hold mola.
Oh no, I have everything off head because we're part of all these things. So, but I need to read it out so that you get the correct word. I mean, radio sneer. We better say and yes, I know how people.
But also, you have it off head, though.
Brapeni, Adaroma, what's the main kind?
Yeah,
it's in my patcho, my miss scrolling Kawai, Mr. Opana, a month for one. Okay, this is page 50. Oh, there, oh, about then sumu chana outro.
And today now be kind page 54 and 55 for like your time no call.
Yeah, it's fachemi, with a fachemi.
Now you're kind that you want to won't be a page into her.
Yeah, Maduro any. Any. Page 55 tourism. Sorry, this is page 54. Tourism, culture, and creative arts. Page 54. No. It's page 54 is on tourism. It took 55. You started with the creative industry. To say chapter 6.12.3 the creative industry and the next NDC government will implement programs to support the growth of film, music and the creative industry to drive job creation and economic growth. And say till I think Q I call him Q so meaning say over person mechanic in answer.
Now, so make idea one say so implement programs to support the growth of the film, music. Is personal.
Yeah,
music and the creative industry to drive job creation and economic growth. B, resource nationally recognized creative art bodies like the Ghana Association of Writers, Musica, National Film Authority, Ghana Union of Visual Arts, GUVA, among others. C, strengthening regulation to protect the copyright of artists and ensure that they get value for their works by enforcing the payment of user fees under the Copyright Regulations 2010 LI 1962. D, set up a system of legal aid for creative artists to help fight creative intellectual theft and plagiarism by others. E, pass the creative industry bill into law and implement it to promote the development of the industry. F, resource the national museums and empower them to function properly and create space for exhibitions. G, promote local patronage of various creative products. H, partner with GUVA and other fine arts associations to purchase their finished works to finish and decorate public offices to support the fine art business. I, through the National Film Authority, encourage embassies overseas to purchase and periodically show appropriate Ghanaian films on Ghana Day and other special occasions. J, in collaboration with the Ghana Association of Writers, establish a national writing contest and support the promotion of the best literary works. K, provide seed money for the creation of a special fund for artists, including aged and needy creative artists. L, make available scholarship packages for disadvantaged creative artists to pursue courses or programs for self-development in the national interest. M, facilitate the enrollment of creative artists onto the informal pension scheme. N, develop programs to harness talents and potentials in the industry. O, structure the educational curriculum to allow students to appreciate the relevance of culture and creative art in life and national development. P, promote district, regional, and national competitions in the creatives among the youth in tertiary institutions. Q, facilitate the placement of creative and product on digital platforms for promotional purposes.
Yeah. It's, and some day way na yakuchi agu krata so yi me sure say wo kana wana you are getting more encouraged that adepa bi ebetimi aba ye industry nim. But one of the places I think say very interesting I was see you taking notice of has to do with the aged and the needy creative industry players. And I can say there were so many of them most of the time we say on radio so na ebia ye hear more ye hear sika we yare even as we speak Wachi the actor Wachi Mirefi ne former ne mufanche me but ye friend Wachi or the hospital Prince Yossi, thank you very much. Or the hospital we hear 27,000 Ghana cedis ye nya bi mano. The last time I checked, 5,000 per MPP for Nanyamano, and he's still there. It's some of these things, you feel like we should stop it. It should come to an end. And we say Tnahaswa Makada say 2 years ago we spoke with so many of the insurance companies, Ibini Metropolitan Insurance, Dashing Insurance, and then Best Point, just trying to understand how Yebesi Abua now Obibe Nino. Nanya fe no ba best ready then there's a certain kind of fund be and a pension plan be now rely on. So this was part of the reasons why I feel say no, let's put it there. More to that, most of the people they be amu person mo call President Mama because of his charitable attitude they be na obia Charlie minipa we yare we fano na yomo president just to find help. It's okay 2012 manifesto 2016 we the shame say there will be the provision of a certain provident fund. I bet take care of this. And at 2020 manifesto, Yasadi Bibi Sabishim, it tells you a Danakumaso, a Dapapana Kumaso said no, let's find a way to deal with this issue once and for all. Now, Oba na your friends say Film Authority. And this in the Passive Film Act in 2016. MPP have been transferred 4 years. In the third year, it took us to demonstrate and sign on Mube Activity Act numpo. Yeko mika na mika ho ye share ready any call ministry ho eko gina ho say omwan pass omwan activity act na yensu ye free ho minister beto yen e share bo so by December no wa yen indeed by December 16th I think around that period and our president inaugurate and I say commission authority that is board members but from last year December to now it has been one problem to the other and tokwan no moko no out of ntokwa and ama abe secret frustration because he had not to classification committee so as a chairman why publications be giving deadlines and timelines as to when the job will start and everything let yen Trump and Kuma Finance Ministry said there be a baby account now more do works echo to be classified and be trace cartoon 2 months in here yet me letter why because nipa no be letter be say I just say ye be koto no yɛbɛsra no yɛbɛdeda no form paper form no ansa no watwerɛ it no ne nyinaa part of secret frustration but yes no this thing say unim sɛ wan wa kwada nyɛ na wo kyem akwada wo na wo hwɛ na e different but o kyem no wo no so hwɛ na ɔde ɔdobi ne pepa bi na de hwɛ akwa wo nim bra o bra eti ndis nim bra ye bra ansa na ye pass that film act now mo abeto a mo ye na jeje mu no it's only fair say ye be chere say look when we come we are going to make sure we activate it fully and even fund the film fund in the room no what is MPP Castle and when we pass the creative arts bill then we start the creative art fund meanwhile a bill has been passed into law film act no fund wo ye no mo kan wasemo. They are thinking of creative arts bill on a certain creative art fund when there's a fund that you have not even invested 1 kobo and a 1 cedi
film fund.
That's a film fund.
So there's a difference.
No, but they are looking at setting up a fund for the creative industry when a film fund which will be overseen by a film authority.
Take your time.
You see, no, we know what relax. No other. You see, which will be supervised by an authority. Fund, in fashion too, and they are struggling. Because they don't even have an office. Classification committee or new office also sing go form first in him right say be ever go see a pampan so enko gina a circle na secret Aboagye so classify na so these are the things I'm say MPP for no year na ama nipa bebre no kan ye manifesto no almost say Charlie with the industry for pan the trans years manifesto because yakudi sem and no more high pa na ya go say if mum dia ya dom na moto abama NDC say mo bre in fact mo tetia bre everybody is crying. They don't see say bibi papa bibi free maba. Now mo be try, mo be sign asesa. Now mo be try bi masha. These are the things I think say you bet to me abua industry no. Na enya ne tuma pefra. This time we are trying to use the the UK for format no where the DCMS Department for Culture, Media, Science, Media, Sports and now digital no. The omo no. That's what we are trying to do. Trying to make sure say benya industry ni nyina no well structured as a mekase this time you are investing maybe 1 million cedis it's okay this 1 million maybe will go to fashion and as a designs for and I architecture we can be able to know where the money is targeted and is going. You only say NDC time no there was this 1 million from 2015 1 million every year but unfortunately no it couldn't yentimi and nyanipa bebre amana affect or maybe association we benefited Gamro omo benefited fashion guys bebre also benefited omo fashion shows near the during those period people had the opportunity to organize shows and some of the shows me Koshebi me so see the Kotamali I still have the big videos and the pictures in my Google Drive. Okay. I had the capacity building. They are now friend of master class. Okay. Yeah, starting yenye. You go be your tamale. Nipe ba na broso. Okay. I now see yen every year. You free on your cofango. Hey, is it when I tamana?
Because some you.
Hey, Brad, they do. I did not say go say mama starting.
The tema program here now your conference.
Masa o wada o Mary
but mesem busa bibi ki answer na
sure
so again me issue with manifesto ni about this industry na mobile set no
industry and ministry
ministry na mobile set meaning say whether from so type because unse Rashoma sending me a DB and I did not send in okay that same baby call page 54 as a 55 for them saying unso sha no this sending me WhatsApp no I say establish a ministry responsible for the creative art and digital economy so enoba as a and sana
implement programs to support. Yes, there's a bit of error in the PDF, no. So it will come up in the hard copy. So hard copy, but I will say it all be corrected. And you find the proper positioning for the school. No school, no. Yeah, the question. Big push. Education. Big push. Also, NAFTI has to do with education. Education, but no, it's an arrangement. No, there are
big push. Now see.
NAFTA is a big push.
Yeah.
Okay, but the document I have here is somewhere in the education part.
Because under the big push, the next NDC government will I think number 25.
Number 25, yeah.
Yeah, upgrade NAFTA into a fully fledged multimedia university.
Yeah, for film, music.
So
and
once there was a bit of a
arrangement.
The way I'm almost MPP for sure.
Arrangements, you know. But and someone more cannot.
Nami host to political show. Nami how. Yes, but I'm just saying. Yeah, but some Charles say and I
report now the mind.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Musu sa musu to me from Sonobi.
Yeah, no. Ana said here the assembly here.
Here na momo na mo 3 MPP for no.
Oh, Mam Sribi. I may not be able to speak to that. But what I know, they say, the assembly here can hear more than where it is located. And
but the type of just MDC for you are laughing at MPPs. So I'm just from so be say no for bit the same thing.
But anyone was saying a normal be NDC cast on and the same people for started almost so yeah that. So I mean it's a normal thing.
For microphone and I mean you.
Oh, one of my favorite boy bands. From a Boy Zone. My name is what
Boy Zone, yeah.
Yes, someone Nyumbi. Your friend West. Na my name lyrics ni but kwa mi name pano. It's only West. It's only West.
Be careful.
My niggas on the block here.
I mean, mebo mabaso for how they were able to craft or draft the manifesto. Like he said, a lot of people are impressed, especially within the industry, you know. Now, once always it should be about the fact that you wonder why Ebika say Yenya MPP for no to actually communicate with regard to Omo manifesto and issues to do with the. I think the problem is Ebia se unhi obia. Eso Aboagye mu say why na my friend Mark, my friend way, my friend secret, my friend way. But for them, they've actually designated Nkofua. When you need them, you have to call them. Until there's no struggle. In the last couple of days, after Secret you won't get one person. It's a fact.
And let me say, so Socrates is skipping programs because of Osunyeno. Okay. I'm responsible for this statement.
Okay. So I know the
because Michelle last week now me say Opa under 4,000 years. Oba will revisit the issue.
So no ya aware on him no platform we should that. Even after 100 years so buy the So I think say I know they say the more. The first thing he said was they are communicators. They are designated people who are home with this and common until you talk say commentary near around. Sadly, any be my MPP for Sanke Yobia could easily contact the person and not because we say shell corner. You actually prepare for it. Now going into the manifesto, no. Yes, BB a big push. Now I wonder why you and Ola are going back and forth. Say what big push, say what small push. It's still in the manifesto. It's still a commitment and a promise. First, the creation of an understanding of creative and digital economy. Seriously, me a big believer of Sadia. I don't believe in say if it's a standalone, a certain fixation, a certain concentration. I don't believe in that. Kwaso obema toma. No we tie ni den. Idin. Say a tourism, there can tourism ase no. Say that government no or goodwill or commitment no to actually make it work. He will make it work. Whether they are tourism who and also the creative industry who it will be obema na yejuma. And yes, one man stand alone no and a certain concentration, that's a certain fixation. Again, Ubisa will say, so argument be raising say, say yes, ye chimwa. It means say you man a lot of attention. Mampacho when our year politics church me mu. And yet NDC government and the Ministry of Tourism. This or the aviation chassis. I didn't end the say yeah chimneyama meaning different attention. The same NDC.
So CCC the People's Manifesto.
Oh,
and a man for no.
When a Nippon asking for it, and that's why we did it that way.
But you didn't ask me. I didn't know that you came to ask me anything related to.
No, we didn't want to ask you. But
why?
We went to the districts and people there, everybody gave us
because they went beside now what district.
Oh, minimum do can't me Canadian.
Nippon to wiki be one beside now what district.
So seriously, media me to I don't believe say secretary man no. Wait me fix it. You can fix it whilst together with tourism. Besides, tourism, creative arts are intertwined. You push each other. And see, it's not always tourism no bibia say a certain pedestal, but intertwined. A certain concentration on creative industry, you do it. Boss, big push on you say theaters. Theaters. NDC theaters. 2012 manifesto. You see, another thing I say I'm ready for the facts is our statement we be up always. Say mamu 8 years mean to me and fire here. Mamu 8 years mean to me and fire here.
Tell baby sorry about 8 years.
So something you should be ready for. And you see, I won't even expend my time and even do make references to 2016 because and on your mama mandate. 2012 your mama mandate. Big push. I say a basic theaters are mine. Go to the 2012 manifesto. Over the years and also over the period, the likes of Ola and this MPP for some basic theaters and no more renovating Center for National Centers for National Culture. Meanwhile, in your 2012 manifesto, I am on mandates no. You promise to say Obabe renovate Centers for National Culture. Number 1, commence the rehabilitation of abandoned regional centers for national culture and establish district centers for national culture.
Are we discussing 20?
Oh, boss. Track record.
Oh, okay.
You could not fix it. But here you are telling me say you do theaters under big push. You see? Sakre Bia of fix it, rehabilitation of centers here. And can people buy and they will say, so let's do the theaters. You couldn't fix it. It was a guarantee say over theaters. You got the other one. Implement programs to support the growth of film, music, and the creative industry to drive Abucho. Now, film, music, and the creative industry. So what's the separation? Implement programs, bang. What programs? Say a seminar, say a fora, say a day. What programs are being implemented to support the growth of film, music, and creative industry?
Which language?
2.
Is it a question that you want us to answer?
Oh, no, you want to answer?
So
if you want to, say a commentary.
Okay.
If you want to answer, that's resource nationally recognized creative art body like Ghana Association of Writers, Musica. Boss, Pacho, my confused kakra. What is nationally recognized association?
Another question, right?
And so does it mean say other associations now very effective now? It's not recognized now. It is supposed to be what?
They are originally recognized. That's nice.
So for example, Ghana Association of Writers are recognized by who? As Writers Association of Ghana is not recognized.
Okay, can I help with that one?
If you can help.
Okay, so you can't recognize association. First, all associations are a national, picture. No, what's first, like you have other branches in other regions. To say FIPAC has got regional branches. What do you say? Crew Association or more regional branch. Guva has got regional branches. First, also we'll register with the Register General's office. That's number 1. Number 2, also in your members or other regions, just to make it look national. Now, so one year first, it encourages the small groups, to join the bigger ones. So there too many groups around. That is what is keeping the Creative Arts Bill from being passed. Film Act and also that's the same thing we considered. Too many groupings. So for more regional representations no more cannot any affiliation to it. So that's what we mean by that.
So wait. So the other bodies know what will happen to them. They should join what the nationally recognized ones.
No, they should. And yeah, we know because make a film act. We made them to affiliate. But in this respect, we are saying there are too many groupings in the creative industry. Too many groupings. National, baby now national effect. I mean, they have the regional offices in other regions. So now, what we are saying that let's encourage those that effect. No more either they join. Also, they also build up to also attract this kind of support.
So that's the aim for this.
It's you are asking for the explanation. I'm there, man.
No, but you're saying you're only resourcing omope. Into one man cannot.
Yes, I can.
Okay, that's my main question. Number 3 and 4. Why would you want to separate 3 and 4? Because it's
I don't know 3. I only
strengthen regulation strengthen regulation to protect the copyright of artists and ensure that they get value for their works in enforcing copyright regulations. And I will set up a system of legal aid for creative artists to help fight creative and intellectual theft and plagiarism. What's the disparity?
What's the A and B so that I can C and D. Okay, resource nationally recognized creative arts bodies like you said, and then D strengthens regulations to protect the copyright of artists and ensure that they get value. And now, is it not that clear? I mean, what are you asking?
Linkage is it not linked?
No, it's not.
Okay, and then I say difference thing again.
It's not. When I say we can see a resource associations, it's not the same as giving them legal aid. It's a different thing.
Regulation was C talking about regulation, not resourcing. Messi C no come about regulation, won't come about resourcing.
No, C is resourcing, and that D is more of regulation.
He says strengthen regulation to protect. So it's regulation.
D. D.
Let me see.
C.
Hey, Nadia na make an immediate D.
C.
President and D. Say modi ba odi ba kuko share A. That's why now kind.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So what I talking about strengthening, I'm saying is regulation, not resourcing.
No, not me refer to resource nationally recognized creative arts body, because of me.
And yeah, no one said now or they can.
Yeah, until I say
about to protect the copyright of artists and talking about setting up of a system of legal aid for creation. And no one said no can. And no since you see them.
Very good. Only say Yemfa Rexoma and they are more no munya issue no. Any TikTok and so no more or no more copyright related issue no. Say Odia no compare Shatter Stoneboy versus Omu case now. You realize that in their case is the state who is probably in court with them. But do Resuma Mudian is the one or some copy lawyer. Normally co fight Omu case. It is a one sika obeda kwa fight case no. About what you say. So who needs sika? She said me ameti e kwatrikwa obi afamenyum friends patient yako
legal aid or honmo legal aid or honum saying lawyer for so we've got intellectual property in a legal aid or meeting and so betting call why I didn't see a set up a space
and I make us 2 cases here media maui. Did you hear of legal aid for Ekwakobo?
Yeah, but they be on Pakuno. The question is no, I'm saying the question is there's legal aid there. Legal aid
in the same vein there's tribunal in the copyright law, but obiso so you see, there's legal aid, but people do not have access to them, or people are unable to access it. It's in one when we say we will strengthen it so that you can have easy access. Is that not a good thing? Most of the people are when you're strengthening, and they don't know where to go.
When you're strengthening, set up,
right?
Set up legal aid.
Whether we are setting it up or not, you see, I didn't know that. Yes, and I walk. Which we all agree. But the point is that
for MPP so mobile set up court here.
Yeah, media reference Amawi.
Yeah,
and I catch us said there's tribunal. A woman, I don't know, mommy strengthening, and I just set that one up.
Into the same mistake na MPP says the same thing and I'm also winning
same from so
and I'm saying some from so na I'm also yeah
no na from so
okay
I'm just saying say my when there's this one we can work on but we say no the thing is there but people are unable to access it so you can easily walk to the place and get your assistance.
Boss,
that's what we are saying.
Rhetorics. Explanation. The next one was pass the creative industry bill into law and implement it to promote the development of the industry. Okay. Now go to the me what numbers. I don't have alphabetical way.
Yeah, manifest no alphabet.
Yeah, me my number.
I don't my home be on where
so creative industry bill. Ola, do you agree say the creative arts fund no? Once the bill is passed and also has been sorted and sanity. Also be pass creative industry bill.
Once it becomes an act, it allows for the setting up of the fund. Yeah.
Once it becomes an act or you pass it to law, the fund has been set up by default.
Not by default. That is if that bill what he say still has the fund element in it.
Oh, it has.
No, that is me.
Oh, they forget.
I've not seen it.
It's all there. Does it have the fund in there?
Yeah, draft it had the fund.
There bill.
No, me by draft here no, it had the fund. Good, but now I don't know what they have.
No, forget Omodiano. See, what they eka. It's all bill now so be passing. Fund new room. Fund creative art fund no. Is it incorporated in your bill?
It depends on what is there now. See, you ever call a 2015 bill in the fund room.
Okay, let's assume say room.
Okay.
But Asia must provide seed money for the creation of a special fund. For artists, including aged and needy creative artists. So, if you have a creative arts fund, why would you want to create
creative arts fund? Is not a provident fund. Creative arts fund is not to take care of people's pensions, people's welfare. That is why
so this is more show.
This more yes. Matchroom wa. Say you no kwani first na matchroom. I made the examples man for omuyari am co president one ade nyina.
So the creative arts fund purpose be na be serving.
Jesus is Lord.
Oh, Jesus is always Lord.
Creative arts fund. Say who project, right? Who nisika be you pitch it to the board and they will support you, just like the film fund.
Okay.
What you say?
I know come back na menko
so me a needy artist and yet me project and me pension me fan
no needy in this sense has to do with welfare. Aged the aged that show any stroke needy.
What's me yes me pitch it.
That is for a project, but this one is aged stroke needy. What's the me needy? I make quack pitch.
But what's the meaning of
needy? It has to do with welfare. Now it's we aged stroke needy.
Yeah, go round about. Mama go round, bra. Tina bremu na minti o kakra.
Oh, personally, now when it comes to winning, I think they've done a very good job on it. But I'm just happy, say. Men who manifesto never men who say na ibesi because most of the times no, amoka so on building your man over the period na and materialize it that. So all these are policies which I know say it can be easily exhibit like easily it can come to life if they really put their minds to it. So and a basics, of course, if there's foundation anything you try to bring maybe so if they want to build a foundation with more policies then definitely if some of what they're saying then I think industry another 10 in it.
Okay, me that's it. Questioners, mami ntiwe kakra.
Yeah, Kwasi.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to Brofodia, also they try very easy but sometimes implementation and a issue. And I'm happy the way Arnold is able to what to go through the details, trying to just in some room. But won't say Kwasi a lot of enema ulamo kind with nafty with corporal courts in some more kind. For me, there are things that's this as my kind virtually almost like there are things which is in existence. Majority of them there are things that is in existence. You some crana you put for example ministry as we speak is almost working up an arrangement to even launch what we call it is even trying to launch an insurance policy for the industry. What I say, the minister is seriously working on this process to making sure until welfare someone in Nema Canada did it's already been captured with. When you talk about NAFTI, already NAFTI is already even preparing and awarding degrees for people who are studying there, which you know.
I think you don't understand what you're saying.
So what I say, it is even in the process. And
autonomous university is different from the university being an affiliation of another.
You see, so me there, master make can say, because if it's about Brofo part there, I'm saying there. If it's about English part there, there's no. But you see, let's be honest in one. We will not rubbish their manifesto. To say they said MPP, your manifesto by one most original so say a paper cranker, young quantity moon, the young quantity. No, we will not. But we will look at the better side of it and then add it up to whatever that is happening and the industry people. Because Makase, for once, now as industry persons, yet who say realization say we want to hold government be a banner the air queen. I want to hold them responsible to be able to push the industry agenda. Yeah, what do we want? We want infrastructure support. We want financial support. We want a lot of things. Digitization, MPP is doing the same. And I'm also so much say you also want to do digitized economy. It's almost the same thing that we all trying to build. And for me, that is one part I'm a bit very excited to say. At least for once, we as industry people, you are trying to say when you say, "Bibi wa buying more ye here." Ye in an yet be able to say, "I don't know to me, I'm an be we can all you bet my man, bet my fan into my for when it comes to creative arts." Because see, that on Thursday, and I give you a prelude to some of the things because for example, ministry, you now almost establish a whole ministry here. And I said it, say, we should be a creative art industry for years. We started from culture, near a culture, you free culture, you buy foreign affairs, you free foreign affairs, and sana, you buy
information,
your information. From culture information to foreign affairs and sana yaba your friend is saying finally your Minister of Tourism. Now I'm not the crowd can be it's not about getting them a ministry and the Bemaya relevant. But Mr. I believe say I know so we check all ministries here yakwasha for all these years here. Look at preceding government benefits being power now still upon all ministry say now from culture, foreign affairs to the information now till up to now we still have problem passing our creative art bill.
Especially even under one ministry.
What I say, but we check here all this we still have problem with even passing our creative art bill. It means that there's some amount of influence here. If media ministry, it will give you that kind of autonomous power to be able to execute.
So you agree with that? Setting up a standalone ministry.
And so for me, if it's something that is able to be done, a possibility is able to achieve. But there's one thing. It's always good when you are in a position, you are planning most of these things. Very beautiful planning when you are in a position. Especially when you are planning against a government that is working very, very hard. Like the MPP government is doing. We are working very hard and it will be difficult for some you. It's easier to do some of these things. But to come on to the government to come and do it, it's not possible. Because there's no way you are going to win power and come and do. So, Bibi or if there's anything we have to even pick up from what you are doing now, you better pick it and add it to whatever we are or the MPP government is already doing, and then do it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Because next part is still 4 more for Nana, and we will make sure say agenda bill will be and we will work around it and do because already the man is still doing. Your bomb person saying the creative art bill is a good cabinet stage. Yami Adum my parliament at Nancy or more pass here and my bar. You will see all the creative art in fund is in session. Fund in your bar said they are now the cano. The fund may be creative art winning man bar. It will solve all this and no man can think Amudatro, Brofu Brea, I have Munya, Wankasa Kawa, can you confused. It will allow a bit my baby, my na crano, your water, and to relax. Brofone de Moti and a macho will be. But as to coming into governance, you people have to relax, more rest the crack. Not doing the Juma, especially what we are doing and building the creative industry with a robust strategy.
Browsy, I'm not beside the thing about ministry, no, say also so let me explain something to him. When him say, as we speak now, Ministry for Tourism, Arts and Culture, any creative industry desk in our office. Afin yenye nipa bako say on na in charge of the creative industry. Eti yemfancy yenya desk. Lady is a Josephine or something. Afin yenya desk.
Pretty new, quite a new ministry.
Hey, I wanna make a banner. Afin yenya desk. And the second point is
set up a whole new ministry. Even with old ministry near there quite actually, no see if you know many desks in the council. Setting up a new one, yeah.
Afin yenya desk. 2. And one we hear Juma or that ministry now, over 80% of them are all tourism oriented. 80%. It is very, very prudent. Say, you are just a look. If you appreciate the size of the creative, cultural, and digital industries now, then there is no need to do one desk. Especially when other countries like Taiwan, Singapore, even America are making so much out of the industry.
Okay.
Yeah, check. Go online, check.
No, you are free to go.
Okay.
Maybe I show my man see Wadarma, me that say. It's say the size of the industry. If you appreciate it like we do, you also appreciate the reason why you need a ministry for it. So that you can build the structure, build the industry, because it takes over 30% of our employment problems away. Me that say.
Okay. Me sure say ebia your next stage you befa MPP there near the 2 NDC there home.
That is open your BP ni bi dia.
No, yeah, it's not even about.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
It's fair enough.
Yeah, because I'm just going through. Me share MPP manifesto. Ni omo aye, ni omo say, omo be ye, ni omo say omo be ye. No afa NDC there home. Ofa year 2012. Ni amutimi ye e manifesto no.
Okay.
Na mo be ni amose mo be ye.
Wa wadwe na uchi. Manikasa wadwe na uchi.
Mo be ni amose mo be ye.
Yeah.
Enti ye be ye sa de no.
The same fantastic thing. I mean intellectual discourse.
Yeah, the same thing ni afa MPP for there no.
Enti san me ba what can you say no? Me ba na me sumi kura me documents. You need say documents here on the day one.
Now but the name is obikuta documents.
Oh, me the digital documents in the buy. Is it me the hard copy? Because we are building a digital economy from 2021.
We are already in a digital.
No, you are not. If you were, and universities are or more online courses, they only have issues.
Digital, they send Dr. Bamia.
Oh, and correct. And you know, the lunch. Your friends say a COVID tracker, and your Dr. Bamia COVID tracker away. Bra, and yes, I digital before and I digital no. COVID tracker away. Ya kwaji jinko phone ni e ko PHS kaso on be perform. Where is it? Ya mutu.
So Sadia na mudi ashe say.
Bacho there.
Creative industry and digital economy.
Boss, and you na me tuma wan tell na.
Me bacho, you see, me bacho tobo. We say ashe say, my mention say. You see, in 2001, and the whole world nipa nyina adwene ba what you call creative and cultural industries.
Okay.
But by 2010 we realized that no, there's a certain industry called the digital industry which was intertwined in all these two, but almost also has a big market value.
So example of digital economy no been in there.
Example of what?
Digital economy been in there.
And you been ukutai.
Example, radio.
It forms part of the digital. Everything you do on the phone forms part of the digital. Me bacho, omo develop those apps that you have on your phone. Do you even know them? Do you know where you can locate them?
Example of a digital.
Brother. My boy, you will be something. And I in the phone near him that. But I'm speaking to the mic. Why? Am I supposed to chew the mic?
Hola. It's not about me. Me bisa wasem. Me ma akwenya faton ade nchiche na but you guys, oh brother, this is what you are not helping anybody because it's here for no mutino. On tia because maka mo di ade actual digital economy. So be specific and tell us oh this but e bi na kuta we na no de ti ha no say mobile phone you create we are not helping yourself
bra me pacho digital economy sorry say ubisa me madwen say wumum na ubisa for God say ubisa microphone I just apologize for that. Me pacho digital economy me pacho it has to do with all those industries now. They have one or two things to do with digitization now. For example, designs you mean your designs that are on internet, web designs, or we almost arts, but the internet and as a computer and there were two. One so app development. Developing apps near the day. These are people that are also in the food chains of the digital economy. 3, BBT say social media, marketing, enhancement, and all those things, and then those stuff, they are also part of the digital economy. 4, once developing website, even these bloggers. They also form part of the digital economy. 5, trouble. 5, composition has to do with ABR animation amount, but I do just the composition. I don't do the animation for you. These people, they deal solely on the digital space. It is Sankophone also it's in there'll be a lot of people that are there. Say so they don't know where they belong.
And Moko science and technology are Sankophone number saying.
Science and technology saying. As in education side, Nana.
Science and technology. I'm not talking education.
But science and technology is not solely
technology sector.
Yeah, technology and digital. I mean, there are a bit of difference in there when you have to discuss it properly. All right. And we are dealing with economists now, not even with schools and stuff. But what I say, I can understand where you are coming from. Because MPP didn't manifesto by I mean, you were so diligent enough. You made us understand it. Why should you be because I
must say Sankophone now me a part of the creatives forum.
Design
all these people you have just
please give us the platform. Let me explain. Now me from the documents, let me give you the graphs. Let me give you the references.
Now if you man on
no, but because the two of you are misinforming me.
And somebody made that post. Say, oh, MPP thereby ye be mu. Inti someone saw thereby I need to be mu so that I will not I may equalize it. It's a way. Hey, you understand? You don't need to even say it. You understand? It's our job to be mu. It's me be mu. I don't come and sit and say, oh, me be because MPP thereby me be mu. It's me be me then.
No, me say you are doing a good job.
My man kasa.
But that thing sounds tautology for me. Creative industry, economic.
It sounds tautology.
Let me show you what.
If you don't understand,
it sounds tautology for me.
Don't say that. You told me the same thing.
I mean, say it sounds tautology for me.
And I'm saying it is not.
Sadiq told me the same thing that you don't understand. You don't understand which one.
Me say it is not.
See, also the first thing he said was design. Boss, when you check the creative industry, any element of what creative design is number one. Oh, check.
No, again,
when you talk about digitalization or the idea of working, boss, we are not in. We need to new data.
I'm not a part of the creative.
When you pick the creative industry,
you see, that's where you make the mistake.
Oh, don't say we are making a mistake.
Then if you are explaining cultural industries, you say so almost a creative because there's always a point of intersection between the three. I'm saying, if you give the room, I'll give you the graph. Make draw the natural, and you see, intersecting with all these three. That is why we are putting the three together. No, you need to understand.
They all fall under creative industry.
They don't all fall under creative. Should I define what creative industry is to you?
Big man.
No, bro. And I'm going to define my No, should I? Should I define it for you? I mean, like if you give me the room, next week mean they're fine. Yeah. So that we will define what creative industry is.
Next week, 1 year later, you bet me start with.
And then let me I'm surprised. Oh, starting and I say atomic akra. You have a healing power.
Tina da ka bibia na. Na me senka me pe akwanya di achia Madam for the birthday. Is it possible?
Okay, Chiana. Now
we did. Brother Debbie of Debbie's Closet birthday. And I mean, sure, why you madam? I like hardworking girls. I admire them. They say our business is bare for. And I'm very, very. Yeah, Debbie's Closet, Debbie's Decor, Debbie's Kids, Debbie's
Debbie's Girls.
So why are they pa? Happy birthday, sis.
Okay.
Or watching what time on 7, Mechiano pa.
Okay.
And Uncle Tom, Messiah Foundation Church. Tina reports. Me papa. So I'm very, very grateful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bragazi.
Yeah.
And then Nanajua Anan. Yeah, Jumao TV. Atinka TV.
Me who say munyina obia na mse na why na minimum no.
I don't even know on entertainment or she's a very nice lady.
Me send in message man say obi animu na minimum tu so me.
Ti wo wish ni bisa.
Yeah, say me wishing because obia wish me who say man for share post and I say oh I'm seeing I don't know whether I'm a friend on Facebook but I see and I who is this everybody
she obi our respect to pa offer also.
Oh yeah then.
Offer papa.
Offer.
No, offer who in particular.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
And I think some member be chair one.
Happy birthday. Who's in Nanajua?
Yeah, Anan.
Nanajua. Happy birthday.
I think TV.
And no say any more pepper we no say cheese.
Say cheese. Take a picture.
We see a gentleman you send me man a shout out Benefo Abranti Park.
Okay, Charlie de ma say cheese.
Ghana web say the guy no Ghana web now. Abranti Park. Benefo.
What's it?
I see a man shout out.
Yeah, man, shout out.
I don't know. Yeah, to ask him.
I don't know. Church was Anya. Or church was Anya, man.
I don't know.
Can't tell me so fucking far.
That's what I got you.
Now, young guy being so blogger because try then I mean catch as a master. Ube quote to me correctly. Why?
And no problem.
And I'm saying when you put people in quotation marks, who knew what it means? It means that you. Once I mentioned Osidia Mabo Mohammedin, so it means that is I was like your interpretation and I don't know.
But you see, that's a very serious issue, and when you are quoting somebody, it means that's the exact words I feel no.
Yeah, now know this same now.
What they are not there. If you know and now they share quotation marks.
Yeah,
but me for our impression, cause that thing.
So because you said this, it means
that's what you mean.
I said your interpretation and your deductions is what you are using and putting me. Yes,
you see, it's the same thing with George Koya Seven. No, obviously they screenshot of Joe online, and I mean who the word believes, and I'm like if the writer is saying he or no writer he believes that this is what the man said that what does it mean? How does it mean say son of a panic? So believes no so and son of a kind to them they are
but
sure.
The quotation problem because in the last couple of years bloggers use your words to make stories ABB are harding.
Yeah,
they use their impression to actually make quotations and attribute it to us
as will be giving
us a lot of trouble.
Hardly mostly and I'm in person Muslim just animal, but me who and I think that the reason why I got me who so la and not Ola Krano me John me see my friend my catch and say I made a comment on Wushu so and no be afra no be a misquoting me or be like you la be like here and no sansre or your BBC I don't know so
I did LOL because I'm like
but that's me laughing.
I was like who the heck is this guy?
And I don't want to mention but I don't even the name Kramik but I'm just saying no disrespect to you but you see who ejuma no na you fi baby yes who sua ejuma no fi just take your who quote to me who the idea say quotation so I was just like gentleman who the idea say quotation marks so it means that's what I said.
That's what you said.
But
fine.
I didn't read it, man.
Is that what I said? Also, but because you did this, you do that. I said, your interpretations and your deductions, and you put it in quotation marks.
Yeah, but because it's interesting. No one said that now okay, nipa no said that now because we was here.
Me yanumu for anke bi am do akokot. And I'm do.
So we are gonna get to.
Onya prepared say onya prepared to be educate you on model. Hey, is it true so share people? Ejuma na oka say ejuma wife person is it true say nipa no osu ejuma osu ejuma sa na te so basically na na masa ne manamo yi amateur na mo we na cost because Dr. Brako University of Cape Coast
was sending message was say
number 1
was sending message
channel pa nana gazo so tie
was sending message
you channel baby na Dr. Brako de mewa kwasa no Cape Coast
was sending message now in fact it's University of Education Winneba
okay yeah
Yeah, University of Education, Winneba. So don't mistake that one.
One year I would.
Yes, Ola Michael. I know that Samuel Beidu, Tina Molika. Oh, why not stop for me? Me I'm catching some empowerment. Who did that? Who want to sabotage my music? I'm playing say cheese for Nana Joa and Nana